Welcome to the Vortex, the Time Vortex. This is Strato, Time Lord Strato, here for another episode of Dark Tower Let's Play. And we are live, Jack, correct?
Yes.
All right. Also, do have a reminder, if you are enjoying this series, do put a like and a subscribe. Both myself and Jack over here on his Twitch channel. Description will be in the thing below. If you're watching from Jack's channel, well, welcome to the live stream. Go ahead and take it away there, Darna.
Great. Thank you, everyone, and for coming back. And we're just going to hop back into it. From last we left our heroes. There's now two ambassadors. Well, one that does not want to be ambassador, but I mean, both of them really technically don't want to be ambassador, but it's what it is. But they have the dragons have come, they left, everything's on the up and up.
Just peachy.
Time for a drink. Right
Now
now,
everybody's...
Yeah. I think we had enough of those when Bast got resurrected from the dead.
Come on, we need more jokes.
Continue, ladies.
Okay, so yeah, this is the next morning when you guys, when the meeting of the dragons happened. Finally, what you guys are like sitting around together, having a nice little meeting. What are you guys talking about right now?
Hold. Quick reference for what Landely would know. I know when they left to the cave and get back, I would have a rough estimate of how long they would be to getting back to here. Marcus and the Father Franklin.
Yes.
How far out would they be from getting back? Approximately, would I know?
Give me a second. Let me calculate. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Because this can determine what we would do next, because otherwise we could be sitting here for a while, or we might be able to travel up to the tower, get that, and come back, and still meet them.
They still have quite a ways, because it's 9 times 4, so...
Is it going to take them greater than a month to get back?
Oh, let's see, 9 times 4. That's 36 days, yes.
Okay, so then we could technically travel to the tower and back and meet them, correct? At about the same time frame?
Well, it would take 4, 5 days to get there.
Oh, the tower where my armor is?
Yes, because you wanted to get your armor, and I'm thinking since you're helping break the news to Marcus about his wife, rather than sit around for over a month in town doing nothing, if we can head up to the tower, go get that, and come back, that would at least give us something to do other than fast forward downtime
That
for an
is
entire
true.
month. And since I would know that, I could also be like, so his journey's going to take about this long before he gets back. Did we want to go up to the tower and come back? Okay, now knowing that, let's jump to the meeting. Sorry about that little side rail.
No, it would take you, 16 days to go there and back. So that would be...
About the same amount of time.
36 days, that's how much you would take out, is 16 days.
Yeah, so to go there and back is only 16 days?
Yeah.
Oh, wow, yeah. So we can easily do that trip and take some time on our way.
Yeah. You can...
We can take it slow if we want to.
Yeah, you could probably make it back to...
Because he lives here in Fort Hope, so...
You could probably meet him because you could probably even make it to Andaley, maybe meet him halfway. Because that's another 4, or it's 12 days. So yeah, you could probably meet him in
So we could
Nathvel's.
probably travel to the tower and then go to Nathvel's hut.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
meet
I mean,
there.
okay. I mean, I wasn't planning on talking about it with him without his wife being there, so...
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. I figured that's why I was like, well, you can head to the tower and back. Might be a good idea.
Like, there's no real need to head him off.
Head
Yeah.
him off at the pass. Head him off at the pass. I hate
Oh,
that.
by the way, your wife is a red dragon. What?
Surprise, your human wife is a dragon.
No, that.
Oh my god. That's it. I want a dragon too.
We'll be going there soon enough.
Okay, so on the road again. So you guys grab your supplies.
So,
start traveling with
so
donkey.
that was kind of more of an out of session thing. Now we're actually sitting down at the meeting. I mean, we
Okay.
can technically say that was the meeting. And
Didn't
just
we
go
already
from
do the
there.
meeting? Or you mean the meeting with our characters together?
Yeah,
Right now, you're doing the meeting with your characters.
because I was just figuring out what it was for, so Landely knew approximately where they were.
So go ahead and so Landley, you're probably bringing up this subject. You can
Yeah, I'll
go
bring
to
this
the
subject up
now.
as an option.
Okay.
Other than
And-
us sitting here for over a month, did you want to travel to the tower, pick up your armor, and come back and then meet Marcus?
That seems like a good idea.
Here's my thought. How much fun is it going to be to break it to him about his wife?
No.
What? Come on.
No.
Okay, question. Should we get him drunk first or just bring it to him cold?
Probably cold.
Oh, you're a cold-hearted bitch.
I don't get it.
I just look at that.
Everybody just looks at Pass like, what?
What are we talking about?
Alcohol. We're talking about alcohol.
No, before that, something else. I heard it.
We were talking
Oh,
about
no,
going
shit.
to a tower.
No, something about talking to that weird guy about something.
Yeah, about whether we should get him drunk or not.
What weird guy are you talking about, Bass?
There's a lot of weird guys. This guy's in pajamas.
Yeah. There's,
You are
there's the
weird.
short guy next to me. There's the tall, muscular guy on the other side of me.
There's
A lot
a
of
guy
weird guys.
with a woman body.
True. Hey, I'm a weird gal now.
But no, we're talking about old Diana's friend here, Marcus, and his lovely wife.
What about her?
She's a dwagon.
What?
Yeah. He married a dragon.
Bass has been dead for a while. He probably doesn't know that.
Well, even Nothville
He also
didn't
probably
know
doesn't know who
who
Marcus
was
is.
married to the dragon until recently.
Yeah, no. I didn't know until, like, at the meeting. I knew there were dragons in town. And they wear goofy pajamas.
When you guys, so I'm assuming you all agreed to go to the Spider Lady's tower. I mean, I don't see any objections to anybody. Right?
I think we're good.
Seriously doubt that.
All right, so go ahead and buy up the supplies you need for the travel. So it's 16 days. So you need 16 days worth of rations. Whoever wants to take that off their
Take
money.
it off.
Okay.
Do you
Very
want
well.
to stop in at your mommy's place on the way over?
He's not really on the way is the issue.
Uh,
Like, this
I
is
think
his
it'd be a
mummy's
good
place,
meeting
and we're
point.
going up here.
No,
Okay.
no, your mom's place.
Oh, my mom's place.
yeah, the thing here.
I
Their
thought
mom-
that was
wait,
Mao. I
that's
thought
the
my
road.
mom's place was
That's how
here in the
the-
blue
That
city.
is.
Glass house. Sorry.
I mean,
I mean, we can technically go right through and past and say hi.
let's. I think I need some space from my mother. Why don't we skip it for today?
Or we can
At
always
least my
stop
mom-
in for just one night.
Visit your friendly nymphs.
I guess it would be polite to say hi.
At least we'll be in the neighborhood. We can at least say hi, and then see how bad things go from there.
Okay.
Lovely. Just don't have too much sex with her.
What is wrong with you? Lily just looks like, what is wrong
She's
with
my
you?
mother. I don't want to think about that.
I don't want to think about that.
I kind of want to think about it.
Shut up, Nathville.
Both Landley.
I like to imagine me and Landley say it simultaneously.
Exactly.
Okay, I'm back.
I felt like that was something Nathal would say.
Yeah, it is.
I kind of want to think about it.
All right, so Landley, do you wait for her creepily at her bath house, or do you go down into the basement?
I'll head to the basement entrance.
All right, basement entrance, go. All right, one second. Let's move you.
Like, we waited at the bathhouse last time because we didn't want to get mistaken for intruding in a very
Private area?
violent method, because then we might have just gotten attacked flat out.
All right,
What God?
I'm going to move Landley for everybody who appears.
Are
to
those
get-
two people the old players who used to be in this
Yeah.
campaign?
A couple of the old players,
Yeah.
yeah.
Whatever
Okay.
happened to them?
Well, one of them had school, so and the other one just stopped showing up.
Awesome.
Roll 20 at its best. Alright, so
Oh,
you
I'm not
guys-
complaining. It gave me a chance to play.
Yeah.
I've had a campaign that's been going on for a year and a half now.
So,
So, should I put my character down?
yes,
Yes.
because this is the house you guys arrived in.
I found a new picture for Nathal.
Found a new
Nice.
picture for
Like
Nigel.
Because time has gone by. I figured he's grown a beard now.
He could have shaved it, I don't know.
There's no reason to shave.
Nathville's way too lazy to shave.
Exactly. Shave? Why?
You're gonna end up with one of those Duck Dynasty beards. You're gonna get
Alright,
a beard that makes the
so-
dwarf jealous.
That's what I'm going for.
You'll be like, I've got a better beard than Colonel.
So which way do you lead the group as you go down to the basement?
So you're the only one who's been here before, so
Yeah. Wait. I gotta readjust that. I'm not damaged anymore. Not that it
No.
matters.
I'll go ahead and update everybody's character token in case some sort of combat happens. I don't know if that's going to happen.
Like,
no. Okay,
Doubt
I'll stick my
that.
hit point down.
I
yeah,
just like, oh yeah, those are my fix my hit points, whatever. Is this door locked shut? What?
it is closed.
I'll knock first.
You'll not like politely like.
I'm just
There could
walking.
be one of her guards on the other side.
Yeah.
Being an attendant, like, I don't know.
Well, it doesn't take. It takes a little while, but you. Hold on, I gotta move the guy over there. Yeah, a soldier, one of the mutes. I'll just call him mute soldiers comes over and opens the door. He sees you, and very strange looking, like zombie smile that he gives you, and he nods. And he like opens the door and gestures you inside.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, and he just like waves you his direction, and you slowly, I guess, follow him.
Yeah.
So,
I'll follow him. I don't see no reason not to trust him.
Yeah, let's not trust the zombie. I don't know. Zombies.
The only person I'd be
Let's all
worried
become
about would
zombie
be
hunters.
Bast. I don't think Bast is really common with these.
Demons.
alright, he takes you over to this room here. So you follow the token this way, in this hallway, into the judge's room. So to describe for the new characters, you see lots of doors over here as you're passing by. He opens these big double doors, and now you see like what looks like a judge's chamber. You see pews along here, where people would sit, and there's a desk here, a clerk, like a stand where people would stand in, just like a normal courtroom, where they would stand and be witness. So this box here is the witness stand. This is over here is like the judge's table, and over here is like, and these pile of books over here is where the clerk sits. You see a chair over there. He just walks over to here and then points at the door, and he just stands there and
Points at the door over here.
right here.
Yeah. I'll move to the door and knock on the door.
This guy opens the door. He sees you and he steps outside. And you see the Red Queen sitting right there. And she looks up and smiles as you guys arrive. And she's like, "Hello, welcome." She walks over. She doesn't rudely pass by you, Landley. She does put you on the shoulder, goes over and hugs her daughter first, and comes over and gives you a kiss on the cheek. Sits
Okay.
back down.
The only reason I really moved over here was just because it's just like I didn't feel like lining up with everybody else.
All right, you're all lined up like machines.
No.
The guards just stand there at attention. And she's like, so good of you to visit me. How's everything going?
Going well. We just happened to be in the area, so we figured we'd say hello.
Oh, that is so sweet of you.
Who is this woman?
Oh, it's a demon.
I'm no demon. I'm the demon slayer past.
Did you say demon bast? Okay.
Demon Slayer
No,
best.
demon slayer.
Well, we'll see if he's a demon slayer or not. I'm not sure about that, but everything in its time, really. Not rude. Well, there's some food here for you if you wish. Please, these I will have these chairs are the black boxes here are chairs. So she's like, please sit down. And I'll have some food brought for us. I don't have any beds for everybody else to sleep in. You guys could maybe sleep in. I guess you guys could sleep here or in the courtroom if you wish. Whichever you wish to reside in. I don't have too many guests. My guards sleep or reside usually in the jail.
I will not sleep here. I will sleep outside. I trust no demons.
There's demons here? She looks at you.
You're all demons.
I am not okay. If you say so, my young man. I look human, I don't think. Do I look demon there to you,
Okay,
Diana?
you're not a demon, but others are. But you're a demon lord.
Trust me. Just ask him what he thinks the barbarian is. Is I pointing at Nothfell?
No, I really don't care what he thinks.
No, you'll understand his mentality if you just ask him that one question.
I'm pretty sure I already
I'm not
understand.
an demon lord.
See, he thinks the elf's the demon lord too.
Fine. Well, he's your friend. Not going to be rude to him, but
Friend's a harsh word.
if he continues to insult my soldiers in that fashion,
If they
I will
knock him
start-
unconscious, sure, none of us are going to object.
I'm not that mean, but generally I will be upset. What can I? Well, come. I have another guard does come in and bring some food on the table for you guys to eat.
Yes, enjoy the food.
Mars doesn't need anything. He doesn't trust them. Still thinks they're demons.
There's difference between...
We've tried explaining that.
Right. He's touched in the head. More than one way. I mean,
Diana,
it's pretty
Yes.
impressive he got kicked out of hell.
They couldn't handle me. I was too good for them. They feared my power to defeat all demons.
Just relax.
my loving daughter, why are you coming out here so far? I'm pretty sure you didn't come just to visit your mother. I figured you'd have enough for me by now. Did we lose Diana? Diana, no!
We have lost Diana. Diana died. Travel.
You there?
Can you hear me now?
Yes?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, sorry. I guess my headset shut off. That was weird. Well, then you probably didn't hear me the whole time that Bast was
Nope.
insulting the queen, me saying, "Don't
Nope.
worry, I'll take care of it," and
No, we didn't
asking
hear.
Bast to go outside.
No,
We
we
had
any of
we
that.
had nothing.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay. Well, good to know. But so let me plug my headset in just to be sure. But what was Spider Lady's name again?
Rahana.
Rahana. Yes. I said, well, since I have been named the official heir, or your official heir, I thought it best if I go to Rahana, who has your daughter's old armor, and I was told that it was mine to take when I felt that I would like to take it, and it seems like now would be a good time.
She smiles and says, "Good. I'm happy that you're taking upon yourself to do that. You're going to take the rite of passage that your father and myself and all knights have taken."
The going to take the dragon's trials?
No.
The bridge.
Oh,
bridge.
right, the bridge. Right, the bridge. I had forgotten about the bridge.
The path to enlightenment
Yes.
is very arduous. And
Well,
stressful.
yes. That's the plan, now that I remember that exists.
Don't worry, my darling. I went through the trial, although we're not allowed to talk about what we experienced.
That is a shame.
Every trial is different, depending on your
Ah.
personality and which color you decide to wander.
Wonderful.
Yes. So I don't look forward to you dying to the bridge, but
Nor do I.
I know your strength and resolve should be powerful, strong enough to pass.
I can just see Nathville throwing Bast on the bridge.
Oh god. Which? What are we talking about here? I don't know.
Maybe tripping him onto the bridge.
Oh,
Hey, Bass, like a demon!
if you don't object, I would love to join you.
Oh.
On the travel to Rahana's?
So, me and her have been old friends.
I whisper to Dinah, I don't want to travel with her right now.
Um,
I have enough thoughts of the demons.
Demas!
I thank you kindly for the offer, but I don't think I could subject you to being near Bast for that long.
Oh,
As a loving daughter, I don't think I'd like to do that to you. And B, I think this is a trial that I should take as I am now with my longtime companions, and I would be worried that you'd be too tempted to give me help or advice on the trial.
I see. No, you're right. You're right. As
But
was,
I will swing by on my way back to let you know the results. Although I'm sure you'll know the results if I do swing by.
If you return, yes, then I will know that you made it.
If not, well, one of these guys will probably come tell you that I'm dead.
I would hope you would at least do that. And
Look,
Of course.
Landily.
thank you for not asking me to do it, because I'm afraid you would kill me.
Only if you're the last person left.
well,
I look at Lana and I go, why would I want to kill any of you but him? And I point at Bast.
Demon Lord! I must kill him! Before he kills me!
Oh, we know why I want to kill him.
anyways, well, Rohana will
So test you thoroughly.
after you have passed that trial, there's two others that you will experience if you truly want to be your gain the full power of your vestige, she says.
Ah, got it. Was not aware of more trials, but
Well, yes,
More than one.
there's three guardians of the Rainbow Bridge. Rohana is one of them. After crossing the bridge 3 times, you will reach alignment and see that nothing really matters and your own reality is a joke. Whatever thoughts come to your mind when these things happen.
my own reality is a joke. That's good to hear.
Metagame. It's gonna be metagaming now.
Well, I mean, think about it. You were a man, now you're a woman. See, your reality's a joke, and you're my
I
daughter.
suppose my life is a bit of a joke at this point, yes.
And she points over. Your friend was dead, and now he's been brought back to life by a demon lord.
Yes.
Isn't that
Yeah,
the biggest joke that could be played upon you? Maybe not such a joke, but
Something.
It's a
Certainly
thing.
something.
It's a thing, that's for sure.
I am the greatest demon slayer that ever lived!
well, you're done eating. I mean, you can walk around the area if you wish, but the jail. If you wish to see some of my prisoners, you may, but it's requested of you not to bother.
That's fine. I don't think we need to see any prisoners.
Did you have a chance to speak with any of the people in town that I had set up for you for possibly rebuilding part of your estate on top?
Yes. My soldiers find it necessary that they will take on the task. They are. I don't have to spend money on them, she smiles. The soldiers kind of, you can tell the soldiers like standing off to the side, just kind of give her a glare a little bit. A little
Oh,
glare.
God.
But then
I
they
do not like this!
But are they good artisans at building?
Yeah.
Would it not be better to have those people that know how to build?
You could be right on that, but sometimes it is best to build things with your own hands than someone else's hands, if you get my meaning.
I understand.
But yes, I will buy planks of wood from them, saying how I do not have lumber mills around here or other things to build. I will buy supplies from them, but I will not have them build for me. I've lived a long time. I've built houses before. If I get too frustrated with it, I'm sure I will pay them to fix my horrible mistakes. But that time has not come yet.
Okay.
Besides, I'm going to live to see all of you die and all your children die and your children. You get the point. I'm extremely bored, and building a house seems like the perfect answer to boredom.
Of course.
Anyway, so, well, if there's nothing else you want from me, you can sleep in the pews of the courtroom or wherever you would like to sleep, and look around wherever you wish. I recommend keeping your friend Bast over here from going to the jail at all, because he will probably find somebody there that he'd want to let go.
That sounds like a good idea.
I do not like the sound of that.
Everyone in that jail deserves to be there. Trust me. You do trust me, right, Lionel?
Of course.
Of course. Well, if there's nothing else you wish to talk to me about, we'll be here for you to talk to. I just have a lot of thoughts. And she's like, looks like she's writing down, like, drawing out on her table the plan for her house. She's like looking at it and just like taking her time with a book next to her that says carpentry book for dummies. Carpentry for dummies. she's like looking at it, looking at the book.
Yep.
Langley, what are you gonna do?
I am at least curious enough. I want to go see who's in the jail, but I don't plan on doing anything other than that.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Are you gonna follow me now, Fel?
Actually, yes, I was.
Bast is that too.
That was the first thought that popped in my head. Like, I'm gonna go see the jail. Cool. We'll take a midnight stroll through the jail.
It wasn't simple for me as well with Bast because Bast wants to see who it is she don't want him to see.
So Langley, as you can see now, the jail's bigger.
Mm-hmm.
Oh god.
Last you saw. So who's going with Langley?
Bast is.
Diana, what are you doing?
Going into they're going into the jail.
Yes.
Yes.
We're just gonna see who's there, mostly.
If Bast is going, then I'm gonna go because I don't trust Bast.
To behave himself. We're off to see the jail.
I'm pretty
We're
sure
off to-
Bass would have tried to sneak into the jail one way or another.
Yes. He would.
At least if he's going with us, we can all beat him unconscious if we need to.
Okay. When you guys leave, so Langley, you know you should go into this room first to go to the jail.
Yeah, go over here.
Ping it.
I'll go
Right,
over
alright.
to that room. Yep.
That's the room you need to go into.
Yep.
Well, you see two guards in there. They got keys and stuff, and you just see like jail locks on the back, and they're standing there. They see you walk in, and they pull out like a sign-up sheet, and they point to it. It says, "Guess sign in."
I sign in.
They
Reason
nod.
just to see who's there.
They ring a bell. One of the guards comes over and opens the door for you.
I sign in as well. Reason following Diana.
I have to.
Reason
it's
following
bad-
Landely.
It's
Following
past
Landely. Yeah, we'll
two,
go following Landely. Following Diana sounds creepy.
It's past too small to be on the height of the counter.
Yeah, it's waist height for a normal human. So yeah, it's about 3-4 feet high. Yeah. Or 3
Your
feet.
eyes can see over the counter.
Wait, how tall am I again? I am almost 4 feet. Okay.
Yeah, I literally have to either squat or almost bend down just to write on the stupid counter.
Okay. I doubt Bas can just lean up and.
Well, no,
write.
if you're too small, he does come around the corner and he hands it.
He's like,
clipboard.
he's answering.
Yeah, he has a clipboard.
I look at Bass and go, ha, short stack.
Hey! Oh, one day I will kill you, you demon lord.
Now, be nice, Bass, I say, and I pat him on the head.
You're not even over here. You're still with mommy.
No, I said I was coming too.
Well, you haven't moved your
Oh.
character.
No.
We're at the yellow. We're in the yellow blue dot area.
I suppose we are.
It's a good thing I forgot to turn off the lantern. That at least says where we're at.
Bullseye! So we tour the prison.
Yes, we're touring the prison.
Are there any gnomes in the prison?
Oh no, yeah, no.
Well, yeah. So the guard takes you in this direction. These guards step to the side, back over here. You unlock the door over here this way, so you can go this way. And you see several gates along here, so these are all empty. You see a door on this side. Let me go ahead and mark the other doors. So there's a door here,
It'd be-
and then a door here, and a door there.
Yep.
So I'll go ahead and put them in as soon as just let me know which one you guys pop your head into, each one of them, or
Believe
Everyone.
so. I'm just debating
Fast
whether to
gonna
go
look everywhere.
furthest or closest first. Probably furthest.
okay.
Work my way
Go
back.
all the way to the end. Devin.
Diana, are you still there?
Yes.
Why are you not moving your character then?
Because he's lazy.
Yeah. Is the door closed or is it open?
It is closed, but you knock.
I do knock.
The guards see you, and one of them grabs a piece of paper and writes on the counter real quick, and then says, "It is do not be fooled by what you see," is what it says.
Expect illusions, I guess.
And they
The
just,
creatures that can disguise themselves, you just have to nod.
he nods. Well, he doesn't nod. He just kind of just goes back and writes and says, he's like, yeah, there's like illusions maybe, but yeah, illusions that that are very convincing. That's what he
Okay.
puts. And then
We don't have keys to the cells anyways, so...
he nods.
We have a NOS cell, which is like a key to a cell.
He does put down on there, he's like, he does write another thing. If you attempt to release them, we will kill you. And that's all he says. And he walks to the side.
Yep.
Nathvel has bashed open jail doors before.
Yep.
When you get to the far corner of the cell, you see what looks like over here. You see a little girl in that cell.
Hey, why is that little girl in here?
Oh, hell no, don't let that thing out. Oh, hell no, don't let that thing out.
They've been mean to me. They've been keeping me here for such a long time. You'll let me out, right?
Don't let
Because
that
you're
thing
a
out.
big, strong hero. Isn't that right, Demon Slayer Bass?
As he hears this, he looks from the girl and over to the party, just like,
See, I knew it. I am the greatest Demon Slayer. Even this girl knew it, and she was in prison.
Can I just pick up Bast and start walking away with him?
That would be a good idea. That would be a good move.
I'm picking up Bast and walking this way with him.
I'm like, I don't want to be over here anymore. I'm leaving. I
No,
see that thing and I'm like, nope, 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 nope.
I just follow Italy.
She grabs the cages. Wait, come back here. No, stop. Let me out of here. And she starts,
Nope,
and then you
nope,
just hear
nope.
the whole building just starts shaking as she's like rattling the cages.
I yelled down the hallway, "You're an ugly little girl," and I walk out.
Well, that was unnecessary.
That is not a thing that little girl can do. She's a demon. I'm a skeleton.
No.
I do not let go of Bast.
I can just see Bash struggling on Diana's shoulder. There we go! I gotta kill
In
it!
the cartoon,
There we
it's
go!
just like he's running in place trying to get away. I'm just holding on to his shirt.
They lock the cage after you.
They locked the door
The
after we
shaking of
leave.
Yeah, they lock the room after.
Landely, do I want to know what that was?
Nope. 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 You definitely don't.
It is a demon. I tell you, it's a demon.
You might as
Bast,
well be correct,
Come
Bast.
here.
Knock on the door.
They open the door. In this room, you see 3 elves, and I haven't put them on yet. Sorry. Working on it. Sorry. These people do not have bows, just to let you know, okay? Or whatever.
Okay.
Or don't have weapons, but they look like they have weapons. So, there's one.
But they're elves?
Yeah, they're elves. Well, I mean, sorry. This one's on this side. Sorry. Over here. They're at least each one square away from each other. Oh! We got guests, Fedrine. Oh, isn't that special? It's only been, what has it been? And this guy over here in this corner goes, 936 years, 236 days, 4 hours, 5 hours.
That is impressive timekeeping, considering they can't see the sun.
A lot of counting.
It's all in my head, he says. I've been
I
counting.
think he's crazy.
I've been counting this entire time and haven't stopped. Shit, I lost count. Where was I at? Shit.
I think you're at 873 years.
I've been-
Look at Diana and go, really?
He starts murmuring to himself and like rocks in the corner again.
I think it was just 2 years.
As I said, I think he's crazy.
He's not even trying to be low on me. Still with it.
You're not even trying. You're like, I think he's just crazy.
Well, soon the sweet embrace of our long walk will soon take us on it. Oh, I hope so. Oh, look, it's another elf. What's your name? They're speaking in Elven, by the way. For everybody. Or Romanian, I should say. So everybody-
Romanian I can understand.
Yeah, me too.
If they're speaking in Elven, I'm pretty sure it's just gonna be me and Nothvel.
They walk up to the cage and they go, "Oh, aren't you a handsome one?" Tries to reach
Stare
out
at
and
it.
grab you. Do you let her know?
No.
Oh, don't be afraid. I won't bite.
No, but I might.
Ooh, will you bite hard?
Oh.
That depends.
He's also a crazy one.
God, I haven't had a consensual visit. If this man's willing, can I have one? The guard just like walks over here, looks at you like questionably.
Like, are you fucking insane?
And she
I
walks.
think they're all crazy.
He's just got that look on his face, and he shakes his head with no.
I shrug and go, it was worth a try to walk away.
At least, give me something to look at, like a magazine or something. Ooh, well, maybe this pretty girl over here.
Hey,
I'm out.
no, pretty girl.
No.
I take Bast with me.
The other cells are empty. Just let you know.
Yep.
I
Go
love it.
back out. And I laugh.
Okay.
I'm guessing we leave through this door here.
I knock
No,
on
we
this door.
still have more to look at.
No.
Oh wait, oh,
So
there was
the other
empty.
cells are empty.
The others,
Okay.
these other cells are empty.
All these ones
Okay.
are empty in this area.
Nope.
The rest of the cells are empty.
Okay.
Yeah, they won't let you through this door. They're standing there. They
Yeah.
point
yeah.
you to the
We got to go back over here.
It's
and-
even though there's nobody here, they're like, there's a rhyme or reason for things. You need to follow the rules.
Then it's just gonna
it's
stay
so
there.
if somebody's convicted, they could just come out through that door, grab them, drag them straight into the jail.
Exactly. That's what that door is for. Is when you get convicted, they bring you through the jail that way.
It's a
They
one-way door.
yeah. When you leave, the guy with the clipboard lets you sign out.
Yep.
Makes you sign out. He then just checks you. He does Nathal. He does produce like a key of some kind from your waist, and he looks at you, what questioningly, like, "Does this belong to you?" He writes that down on a piece of paper. "Does this belong to you?"
A random
Stop.
key.
That I know of.
He nods. He grabs the key and puts it in the box over here.
I like to imagine the box is just filled with keys.
Yeah, you see a bunch of keys in there. Yeah.
It was a plot to kill me.
No, it was probably a plot to possess you and take your body out.
I knew it. We need to kill him before it happens.
I walk out the door. They just ignore you, Bast. I look around and goes, oh.
I'm just glad you didn't go try to tangle with that demon. That would have probably possessed you.
I was just waiting for the little girl to just look at me and go, "Are you my mommy?"
Hi!
The Red Queen is standing over here doing some paperwork.
All right, so we should probably just hang out,
We're
get
just-
some sleep.
I was just.
I mean, is it
setting up
early?
the bed
Unless
and
it's
wanted
early
to
enough in the
use-
day that we can head over there.
Actually,
I'm
actually,
assuming you're right there around nighttime. So
Okay.
Bas wants to
We'd have
picture
to
the
stop
green.
somewhere between there and the tower anyways, so...
Mm-hmm.
Around nighttime, you do see the guards that were in the Red Queen's area leave, and they like funnel into this door over here, like this way, and they just go into this. They just funnel into that room, I guess. And the Red Queen says, "Well, if anyone needs me, I'll be in my room."
I need to say something.
Yes. What is it?
Can I kill that demon that is in there?
No, you literally can't, Bast.
Why not?
If I wanted someone to kill the demon, I have the ability to do so. You know.
Mm,
You
Punishment
must
be
become
good.
the strongest demon slayer before you may slay that demon.
Besides, it's punished for a reason. Its punishment is that so.
I will come back and kill that demon one day.
No, you won't.
No, Bast, you will not, because that's not how government works. You can't just run in and start killing prisoners because you think that they should be dead.
All demons should be dead.
That is debatable. By other people.
Anyway.
I mostly agree with you, but
I'm like, technically by your own wording, because you are technically transformed into a demon, you have to kill yourself.
don't do
I'll kill
that.
myself last.
Can I be there to watch that?
That's horrifying. Why would you kill yourself? Why would you ever?
Because all demons must die.
All right, wait, let's just go.
Is your friend sick in the head? Because I think
Yes.
I might have an alchemist cure for that.
No,
I
that's
touch
okay.
nothing what you demons have.
I don't think anybody can cure Bast. We tried.
It's
He
an
came back to life.
obsession.
Mm.
He was killed
I mean,
by a
he-
demon, got kicked
He
out of
does look
hell,
like
and
a pretty
resurrected.
girl, though, doesn't he?
Hey,
Wait, she's a female? I didn't realize that. She is kind of cute.
I'm not a female. I'm a male.
Hmm. Well, there's only one way to find out.
And that's
No,
all
don't,
true.
don't touch me.
Good seeing you, Mom. Let's go.
We haven't even slept through the night yet.
Hun, but you got to explore the possibilities. I
I'm
don't
taking
understand.
Bast outside.
No, Bast's gonna run out of his own will outside.
Bast is running out the door by himself. I don't want to touch her!
No demon touch me.
So I assume you guys are sleeping outside.
we spend the night and then we head over to the Spider Lady's house.
I'm the only one sleeping inside. So I'm like, I'm not
Yes.
gonna go outside. I don't
I mean, Diana usually sleeps outside, so
And Bast doesn't want to just sleep near demons or whatever.
Yeah.
So
Red Queen sees you sleeping out in the pews and wakes you up and is like, "What are you doing?"
What?
well, being awake right now, I was sleeping.
Yes? No,
Oh.
me, because I didn't leave.
Oh, sure.
I thought you said. Never mind. I understand now. So talking to Landalee.
Yes.
Land, yeah, yeah. So
Confusion abounds.
Because Landalee didn't go outside to sleep. She's just like, I don't care. I'm just gonna stay in here.
you don't want to deal with Bast anymore.
I'll still get up early enough to go outside and cook. And besides, you can make him stand one watch for once. I'm not even worried about watches around here. That much.
Bast doesn't trust anybody. He's gonna watch.
well, she's like, I feel that it's better to, as a person, to keep my distance, but keep a watch over my daughter. She's about ready to take on a arduous journey across the enlightenment, and it's maybe painful for her.
I have lost a previous person to the bridge before.
I will.
So I've seen it before.
If you needed anything from me, and you're too far away for anything in particular, she hands you a ring. You should be able to reach me with this.
Oh, wow, that relationship's going fast. She already gave you a ring.
I know, right?
Woohoo! We'll get freaky.
Settle
Just be
down,
careful, my
Bethel.
darling. Just be careful, my darling. I don't want you to get hurt before I find you a husband.
Okay.
Although I don't know who I'm going to find, since the one I was hoping to be interested in you isn't interested in you anymore, I don't think. But I'll still work my magic. She smiles and she gives you a peck on the head and she goes back in your room. What do you put on the ring or do you just leave it alone?
She'd probably hand me the ring, and I would have probably just put it on my pinky finger or something, just to put it on.
Yeah.
For safekeeping.
I guess she liked it.
Nice. All right.
She must have liked it, so she put a ring on it.
Be quiet. It's a ring for contacting, as far as Landely knows. As far as she knows.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you just keep telling yourself that, girl.
Don't worry, she's gonna give you the other ring.
Oh, man, and I'm gonna give you a finger for it. But yeah, okay, that sounds good. So,
All right, off to the Spider Queen.
off to the Spider Queen.
Here we go.
Off to Rahana's.
I gotta get rid of the certain individual that's dead now.
We may have killed him a little, and by we, I mean Nathville.
I didn't kill anybody.
Yes, you did!
You killed Sarvin. And his pet.
No, I think somebody else killed his pet, but
No, that was also dark.
No,
cut off
no,
Sarvin's head
Nothville
while
just
he was
obliterated
unconscious.
the pet.
No, I didn't.
Oh, you're talking about all. Yeah, well, yeah, no, that was beside the point.
So
That was you.
the spider,
I did kill that guy. That's right.
And his pet, his familiar, you killed also. That would
Wow.
made him so angry, he threw a fireball at you.
Yeah, no, that made me angry. That's why I killed his pet.
No, you made him angry, so he will throw the fireball. You killed his pet, then...
You killed him because he threw the fireball that made you angry.
Yeah, but the
I
reason
killed
he
people.
threw
That's
the
all that
fireball was
matters, isn't it?
He threw the
Both
fireball
doing his
because
job.
he was angry that
Calm
killed
down.
Hey, yep. So that's cool. All right. So yeah, the lady Rohana comes out with her long hair, and you do see the monk that was with you guys before training on like a dummy. It's like, keep working. Welcome back. It's been such a long time. I've broken him down. He will be a good student after a while. He is indeed an excellent monk. He's just not ready for the trial yet. Soon though. How can I help you?
Well, I've decided now is a good time to come to take the trial and claim my armor.
I see. Well, you are aware that you risk your life.
Yes.
Very well. She, well then follow me. She takes you this way over to the orb, and the orb turns into like a massive bridge. Appears rainbow bridge across the opening. See this blue area here. So that whole area is now a bridge. Looks like a rainbow bridge. There's many different colors of the bridge of the rainbow are there.
All the colors of the rainbow.
Yeah. She's like, well, go forth, my child. Just be aware that the actions of the bridge are final.
Well, I turn around to everybody else. It's been a pleasure working with y'all. Hopefully I come back.
You don't die here now. You have made me a promise. Remember, do not
That's
die.
true. I did.
I will come to hell and bring you back.
Shit, that might actually work. That's the only words that come out of my mouth.
I'm surprised he wouldn't be like, I will cross that bridge and drag you back.
Also that.
I appreciate the thought. Somebody still has to go tell my mother I'll be dead. So,
You will not die here.
all right.
I'll think about it if you do.
Then I will see you guys shortly. Or, how long does it take? I say, looking at Rihanna.
She looks back at you and says, I do not know, but
Awesome.
you will exit the bridge the same time you walk through.
It
Well-
doesn't take very long.
Hopefully I see you in 2 seconds.
Hopefully
And then
you
I step
survive
on-
the endeavor.
So which
And then
color?
I step onto the bridge.
What color do you
Which
step onto?
Oh, it matters?
Yes, it does.
Yes.
Let's go with red.
Red. Good old red. Roll me a percentage dice.
Okay.
Remember, low is good. Beautiful.
9.
Nice. What is your two best saves?
My 2 best saving throws?
Well, what's your best saving throw and what's your second best saving throw?
Sure. That's going to be Fortitude and Will.
Okay, fortitude. So 3 fortitude saves and 2 will saving throws.
Sure.
Three fortitude saves and 2 will saving.
So,
Beautiful.
Ooh.
Oh, but
Okay, good. Good.
we got 1 bad Fortitude save. Unfortunately, I rolled a 1.
Yeah.
And roll another will.
Another Will?
Yes, you need 5 to. Beautiful. So you will come back alive, but something bad happened when you take over my sheet here. You went through red. You rolled a 9.
by the way, in this moment where he's Bas is like seeing Diana go in, he almost considered going after her. Almost.
You
Okay,
could go
so-
across the bridge.
Yes, Bas will do it. Bas will turn up because he wants
Well,
to
I
be sure.
think you said I come back at the same time, so
Yeah.
I walk on and then immediately step off, no matter how long it's been for me, I assume.
Yes. Yeah. For you, you could have been there for years. You have no idea.
Oh, I don't have any memory of it?
No, it's been years for you, but when you come back, they literally just saw you walk through.
Okay. So I come back down and like, oh god.
Yeah. But let me explain to you what happened,
Okay, sure.
so that you, for our friends in TV land, what he is befallen him. So basically, it is like a test of strength, where you are. There's 2 chains that then this person up here that looks like a monk, and he chains these chains on both of your wrists, and you're like suspended above a volcano, and there's people inside these cages that are being held up by your wrists, and it's just really, really hot, and your job is to keep the chain from dropping too far down so they get burned by the lava. And but you also have to rest and it's a test of. So you have to like mitigate your use your willpower and your strength of fortitude. You did.
Take it and drop someone.
Yeah. So yeah, you did see someone like drop, and you were trying to save them, but you saw that when you tried to save them, that you were going to kill another group, and it is like it's a.
You must choose one
Wait,
or the mini.
like- it's basically that kind of lesson. It's you have to, even though you made a mistake, and it could cost someone's life, you still have to hold up everybody else. Otherwise, everybody else is going to die. That's the lesson that you learn from this.
Awesome.
Yeah, very powerful lesson for you. And it did take. So roll me 2d6 plus 1.
Yep.
Okay, so you were there for this happened to you for 7 years.
Jesus.
Oh, God.
I'll
You-
add that to my character's age.
You now have fire resistance 10,
Okay.
and you come back out. And remember, you've been in that lava. This is from when you've been in that lava area, holding up these people and keeping them from dying. This is for that 7 years.
So,
Damn.
Losing one person.
what'd you say first?
I said you've been in that area, in that volcano for 7 years,
Uh-huh.
keeping these people from dying, but you lost one person.
Yeah.
Do you want to name that person? Do you remember that person's name, or do you like ask them their name?
I mean, was I communicating with these people the whole time?
Yes.
His name was Timmy.
Hey, why don't you name the person?
No, it was Bast
Oh,
as an.
is
as
it a
an
male or
eagle.
female? Was it a male or female?
It was female Bast.
Male. It was male.
Male. Arthur.
Sure.
God
Yeah,
damn, you
right.
killed the King Arthur. God damn
Killed
you.
him.
Now we can get Excalibur. Now we cannot win every war.
No,
I'm
no,
gonna
no.
do
I'm
this
about to
the
get
hard way.
Excalibur.
All right. So you walk back. So you guys saw him walk through. Basically, one round later, he comes back, and you're all sweating like you've been
I'm
in.
sweating. My hair is long, like really long. I look exhausted.
Yeah.
Let's
see, 7 years. Yeah, your hair's longer than mine now.
I just kind of collapse on the ground and just go, oh God, oh, I'm back.
Bast runs up to you and tries to help you by letting you lean on him.
Are you okay?
Landely will step over to help, pick you up and walk
But I'm
you
just like,
a
oh
little
God, I
ways
missed
away.
you guys so much.
To walk across the bridge
How long was I gone?
A moment.
like a second.
It was only a second for you?
For us, it was barely anything. For you,
You look older.
Want to make a pun here?
you look like you walked into the Feywild and came back.
It's probably been like 6 or 7 years.
Yeah, by the look of your hair, since it's trailing behind you on the floor.
Yes. Whatever you have seen in that bridge is for you to meditate upon on your own.
Noted,
Yes.
although I'm not sure I'll ever atone for what happened in there.
I understand. You have passed your test. She walks over and the chest lowers down and she points to it and says, "This
Wait.
now belongs to you."
Wait, I want to try too.
Pick your color.
Are you
Go.
sure?
No. Well,
It's Bast. He
Shit.
would probably just charge over there and jump on a color and gone.
I guess I have no right to stop you, but
Now,
Bas doesn't care about the color.
be aware, Jack, too, if you do die, you're going to die. Just letting you know.
Yes, I know.
Alright.
I don't know if I have any right. I stop Bass for a second. I just say I have no right to stop you, but I warn you, I don't know if I recommend it.
Why not?
I can't talk about it, but it was hell. It was hell. Not
I have
literally,
been
but
to hell. Doesn't matter.
He
Okay.
does have a point there. He has been through hell.
Alright.
all right.
I was just more like worried if he was gonna charge over, like try to charge behind you, between us, and I'd be like, does he accidentally bump me and make me fall into the bridge?
Oh yes, yes. That would be
That would be
fun.
horrible. I'm assuming Diana would grab you before you got slammed into the bridge.
Certainly.
Alright.
Not necessarily
Anyway,
if you're
question-
on your hands and knees and you just be like, no.
The rules of the bridge.
Question for,
The rules of the bridge has to be you willingly go to the bridge. If Land O'Lake does not want to go to the bridge, she just falls on the ground.
question for the GM. When I took over this body, what was the body's physical age? Because I need to keep track of my actual age and my physical age separately, since I age now differently.
Oh, we'll say she was 21.
All right.
So you're 28 now.
You're an old fart.
All right. So best, which color do you want to jump through?
Bas doesn't care. He just pick a random color.
All right. Roll a d7 or roll a d6 plus 1. No, wait, that doesn't work.
Surprised you're not like, I've been through hell. I want the red demons. Go right to red.
Can you tell me which
No.
one?
What?
You tell me the color so I can.
You have to pick one.
God damn it.
Or you can go through all of them if you wish. That is not advised. Just
Oh.
You will probably
Not
die.
even
You have about a 10% of surviving if you run through all
I'd say,
all the colors.
I assume each subsequent try is harder.
it is. It is. Well, all the colors means that you get a very hard test.
I almost want to do this now just for the shits and giggles.
Let's do it together. Wait, no, never mind. You don't do it.
I'm gonna do
Alright,
this so I
that's
can
what's-
kill you, demon lord.
You gotta tell me which color.
Which
Or you roll random.
colors are there?
The colors of the
He picks
rainbow.
green. Go.
Okay. No.
What's Vast's favorite color?
Yeah,
I
what-
do not know, but let's see.
what
I
are
will
the
take.
colors?
Let's just take green because that's his eye colors.
Okay. Roll percentage dice. Remember, low is good. You want to roll low.
Oh god. Yep. Here we go. And just need to. Oh god.
Oh, okay.
Ouch.
86 is like low.
What is your least favorite save? What's your worst save?
Will.
Do you have 3 will saving throw? What is your second worst save? What is your
Reflex.
best save? No, what's your best save?
That's his fortitude.
3 will saving throws and 2 fortitude saving throws.
Okay.
And you went through green. Let me look here.
Well, that's a good start.
Oh.
I think Bass is dead.
God damn it. Damn it. Oh, wait, that's a high one anyway. So close to 20. I saw it just be on 20 a bit and then boom. 8. Damn it.
Wow.
Jesus
two
Christ,
four
dude! You
rolls?
rolled a 2, a 4, a 4, a 2.
Ow.
Well,
The
Yeah.
dice were like smackdown.
Oh god, please don't kill me.
What? Hey, okay. I warned you, didn't I?
Yeah, I know. I know.
I don't know how much clearer do you want to be? Need to be about it. I don't understand, but
I am. I
yeah,
don't care.
you. The way it works is you have to make 3 tests before you fail. You can't failed more than 2 tests, and you failed more than 2 tests, which means you failed the test. So the 2 7s and the 10 are a fail.
Oh god.
Yeah. So
So I'm
you
dead.
failed. Yeah. So you're dead.
I
Bye,
guess
Beth!
Bass is back in hell. Oh wait, no, he doesn't go back to hell. He doesn't go anywhere now. Damn it.
Well, I don't. We don't know. We will never know. So I assume we know because he walks in and then doesn't immediately walk out.
Well, no, he walks out, but he's like a husk of just a steaming husk of just this green ooze all over him,
Oh
and
god.
he's just like split in pieces.
Well then.
That's
Okay, I
what
wanna
could
do
have
that.
happened to you.
Well, you heard me try to warn him, right?
I know. I warned it.
I'll
warned
look at
against it
everybody
as
and
well.
go, will you hate me if I do this?
It's up to you.
Okay, so basically, yeah, I don't describe what happened because no one's living to know what happened. So
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'm just
it
gonna
had to
get
deal
ready
with
for a new
poison.
character.
It had to deal with poison.
I'll say the
Yeah.
same thing to you, Nathel. I won't stop you, but I don't recommend it.
I'm gonna do it.
That's the chance that might happen. Just pointing at Bast.
Well, I'm not going in a second time, so at least we can't TPK here.
She goes, well, yeah, I mean, she does not recommend that you do the second walk for later. So
Yeah.
Well,
Sorry,
I'm gonna
Max.
do it. So
Where are you going, Nathel?
It's my own fault.
we
No
try to
worries.
keep your character alive. I'm sorry, man.
I'm gonna go
I know.
blue. I want to go on the blue bridge.
Okay.
So roll the percentage dice, alright?
Yep. Roll that percentage dice.
Ooh.
Right in the middle.
Middling.
Oh, I know it's not too bad. So, what's your second lowest save and your best save? So basically, your best save is second best save. Same
Best
as
save is sport. Reflex is my second best.
So 3 fortitude saves and 2. Well, because you passed a little bit. Yeah. So 3 fortitude saves, 2. What was the second one?
Reflex.
Okay, fortitude and reflex. And you said you went through blue.
Let's see how hard this goes.
Well, it's a
Hmm?
too good and a bad.
Ooh.
Not great and a
Hey,
good.
you did
So-
it. It's live.
That means you did pass.
Hey.
Did succeed, but you did fail twice. Reflex. Okay.
A reflex and a fortitude. Two different ones.
Okay, your test. You were on this massive waterfall. You were on this this waterfall, and but the waterfall wasn't going down the embankment, and you were your legs were you're hanging upside down like like in a movie, and you would do a sit up and grab a bucket of full water and go down and take this bucket of water and lean it down towards people below you that needed the water to survive. Like
Gotcha.
you're trying to, and you had to do it fast enough because the rocks that you were hanging from were really hot, and they would burn your back. Like every time you flopped back to hand them the water bucket, like this shearing pain of something getting stung into your back was continuous. As such, you get +2 to your Constitution score permanently
Okay.
for passing the test.
Cool.
And there is a massive burned into your back of your flesh is a scorpion that's been
Ooh.
burned into the back of your flesh.
Six dig tattoos.
Hey.
And stars, and
It's
you
like-
have both.
Yeah, it's a burn mark more than
It's a branding, basically.
It's a burn tattoo.
Chicks might dig brandings.
All right, so, but because of this, that heat and stuff from your back, the lesson in this is that you must work as a unit or work to survive because they fed you while you gave them water. Is what it was the lesson here.
Teamwork. Yeah.
Teamwork. Yes.
To make a dream work. If we all pitch in and try.
Teamwork
Yes.
makes the dream work, baby.
But as such, because you failed a fortitude save, you take twice as much. You drink a lot more water than a normal person.
Okay.
Drink double the normal water.
You take instead of 1 gallon of water, you require 2 gallons of water a day to survive.
Okay.
That's pretty much it. That's what happens to you.
Sweet. Was it like a long and arduous trip for like the other person, or just?
Well, yeah. Roll me 2d4 plus 1. So that's
Roll
shorter.
that double 8.
3.
3.
So it was like a breath in the park for me because I'm an elf. I was like, I walked through and go, "Hey guys, what's up?"
Yeah, you come back with that.
I look around and I show him my back. I'm like, I got this cool scar. It's nice to see you all again.
Yeah.
If we
I
come
like to
by
imagine
any
Nophill walks out.
waterfalls, just warn me before we walk near any.
I like to think Nothville walks out, see Bass's body, and all of a sudden jumps with excitement and goes, "Oh, I forgot! That's great."
I just kind of like step over Bass's body and go, "Huh. Wait, who was that guy?" Because it's been 3 years. Wait, what were we doing? I forget.
You were crossing the bridge.
Oh, yeah. So, and then Bass died.
Landely, you going on the bridge?
I don't know. I kind of feel like I have to this round because I'm the only one that hasn't done it.
You do not have to go on the
You
bridge.
don't have to go on the bridge. I only did it because if I died, it'd make me be able to bring in another character that I really want to play too.
I will wait for now.
Okay.
Let's go.
I mean,
Sounds like a good
I
idea.
want to have her cross the bridge, but the character I would want to replace her with is going to be level 6. Would be a level 6 character, and introducing a level 5 character before then would be not work.
All right. So we're done crossing bridges.
Done crossing.
So we got a 60% pass rate. Or 66%.
She walks over you and measures you, and she goes over to there's many boxes around, and she hands you a box there, Nathil, and hands you a box there, Diana.
Okay, I have a box.
I open said box.
Okay.
2 open
It's a
boxes.
really beautiful yukata for a male yukata.
What is that?
Japanese yukata is a
The Japanese robe thing that they like to wear, that females like to wear.
Oh,
it's like the wear.
awesome.
Well, yours is actually a kimono.
Oh, okay. I can work with that.
It's really pretty. It's got the wrap and the silk. It's made of silk.
Oh man, I'm gonna be so purty. Oh, I really need a haircut.
Yep, that's gonna be me.
She nods and it's like she does open the chest for you there for your armor.
Yeah, my hair might even be a bit singed at the bottom.
It is the armor is full plate +1 light fortification armor.
Okay.
Not bad.
Just no. It's not mithril, just regular material.
Yeah, it is regular material. And it looks gold. Yay. It has a gold coloring to it. Like a very shiny gold coloring. Like
So it's very expensive.
like they put some brass into it and they get that shine. That nice gold shine to it.
I hope you guys are okay with me walking slower.
You walk slower now?
The
yeah, full
shield
plate makes you walk slower.
I'm 20 feet now.
No, it takes you down to 15.
the shield is a +1 large steel shield mirrored. And the longsword is a +2 longsword.
Okay. Oh no, you're right. It does take me down to 20 feet.
Yeah.
So my speed's actually the same as it was before.
Yep.
Okay.
I was gonna say,
Alright.
if you have 30, it should just drop you down to a 20. Unless you're
Right,
a
I
dwarf,
wanted the
they're just
mithril
like,
so that
I'm
my
all
max
still at
dex
20.
bonus went higher. Forgot.
Unless you're a dwarf for this, like, I'm still at 20. I don't move any faster, I don't move any slower.
That's the
Just
only
me.
good thing about the dwarf. You throw a head full plate on him, he's like, I see no problem with this. And there's the gnome over there, full plate going, how can you keep moving to 20?
Speaking
Jack,
of dwarf, that's my new character.
Jack, roll me some.
Oh,
Well, how do you want to roll your stats, by the way, while we're waiting for everybody else?
well, I just rolled it on with my physical dice because I didn't want to interrupt. But I
you
can.
roll it on D20
Yeah.
separately.
Okay.
Needs to roll
It
so
was just-
everyone can see it.
Yeah. Okay. It was
Yeah,
just
so we
I
wanna
didn't want
laugh
to
at you.
interrupt.
I want to
I didn't want
laugh
to
at you.
interrupt. That's all.
Yes,
What were you going to roll? 4d6 10 times? Or do you want to
10
roll?
times to mean 6 times.
No, you roll 10, you keep the
Oh,
highest
so
6.
you want to roll 60?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's why 10 times because you take
46,
the.
10 times, drop the
Okay.
lowest.
Yeah. Okay. Right. I forgot that.
So, go ahead.
Different methods. They all
Wow.
end up being the same.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Ow, that sucks.
That's not bad.
That's
That's
not
better.
bad so far. That's better. That's,
There you go,
that's
there you
good.
go.
Doing
Getting some
good.
good ones.
Hey, there you go. Now he's got some really good ones in
I
there.
am pretty sure that it's better than what I got before. So.
It is.
Yeah, it is.
Good.
I mean, the rolls I got physically with my physical dice were better than those rolls. I mean, I'm pretty sure. I'll figure it out here.
I mean, there's a 15, another 15.
So I have 18 strength, 18 dex, 18 con, 15, 15, 15. After that, my guy is a stat whore.
Yep.
So, yeah, you don't have to roll again, so you got...
No, I know. I'm just checking what does what.
Yeah, so... I'm trying to figure it out for you.
Yeah, I'm actually doing that too.
Well, the first one, we know that one's going to be able to do. That's like
Yeah.
6. And so,
You got some good keepers there, though.
so there's a 6. Come on. 4.
6, 9, 12, 13,
Yeah.
17, 16,
9, 12.
16.
The dice were with me when I rolled my stats for this guy.
Yeah, 16.
Did we want to take a quick break right here while stuff's working?
Well, no, I'm helping him with it, but yeah. No, go ahead. I'm figuring it out. You guys tell me what you
No,
do.
I can figure it out myself. Don't worry.
Oh, yeah. So 15. But
I got them. I got the numbers now.
How impolite do you think it would be
there are
if
the
I
numbers. That is the highest numbers. 6 high numbers.
How impolite do you think it would be if I sold the shield and sword that I just got?
You don't have a 17. I don't know what.
Yes, I do. That was the one who
Yeah, it's third from the bottom there.
It's like the
21 or-
21 that was in
Yeah.
there.
Yes. Yes.
There was a couple of really.
That's a
good ones.
16. The 21's a 16.
Yeah.
That's a 16.
Oh, never mind.
16, yeah.
16 then. Okay. Never mind that then.
I don't see anything above a 16.
Yeah.
No, okay. Well, I have 3 16s. That's better than what else would have.
Yeah.
That's pretty
Okay.
damn good, honestly.
Yes.
3
Right.
16s, 2
16s.
15s, and a 13. That ain't bad. That ain't bad at all.
If you don't want to take the shield, it's probably best polite to leave it.
That's better stats than me.
What's that?
No, I'm just saying he rolled better stats than me.
Yeah.
Well, kind
So-
of. He got more consistent ones.
She does, well, I mean, so it's up to you which one you want to keep. Well, she does tell you they belong to you, so feel free to do with them what you will.
Ugh. Decisions. Because I don't use a long sword and shield, but I could get a really nice great sword.
What do you want to
They
do?
would have met. Huh?
Well, she does look at you and say, well, if you use a greatsword, he's kind of persnickety, but if you want to use him, I'll let you.
Want to use what?
She says, if you want to use a greatsword, he's kind of persnickety, but if he'll let you, you can use him.
Who is him?
Oh, she nods and walks over to a drawer, pulls out this box that's locked with a big padlock, and she drags it back over here. She grabs like a key and unlocks it, and this sword kind of floats up and is like just hovering there, and she nods at it.
Well,
Well, he's a little upset at me for keeping him in there for so long, but I told him there's no real need for him.
I'm assuming that's an intelligent magic item.
I hope it's not what I think it is.
Excalibur?
Yes.
Excalibur was a longsword.
Yeah, Excalibur's longsword.
Well, traditional longsword is a two-handed weapon.
That's true.
Can be used two-handed, but
It was very rare that a longsword was used with one hand.
I would like to tentatively walk towards the floating sword and say hello? Does it continue to float?
it floats over to you and is like, "Hey, what's going on here, huh?
Uh,
Who are you?
talking
Speak up.
sword. Out of character. God, I hate talking swords. Okay. I am Diana.
Ah. Diana, huh? I see. I have only one request. That when we drink, we have tea. Marvelous tea.
You... Can I drink things other than tea?
Yes, but every morning we must have tea.
That seems reasonable.
That's not really that bad of a request.
I do enjoy tea, so I think I can live with that.
And I was told by my friend that you are mighty, or sort of mighty, paladin.
I'm moderately mighty, I'd say.
Ah, I see. Well
Working
then,
on becoming more mighty.
when your powers increase, I will let you give you the full potential of my power. Until then, We have much to discuss. He floats over to you and he's like, but I must insist that I am your only weapon.
But of course, I can't hold all of these swords. Why can't I hold all these swords? No. I will. I don't. I will find things to do with these extras that are unnecessary.
Good. I'm happy to hear that. He floats into the scabbard where your old two-handed longsword is and just sits there.
So, what is he? Sword-wise?
He is a +2 holy greatsword.
Okay, that's pretty,
now.
I guess.
He's temperamental.
His ego is an 18.
Which,
Holy shit.
oh my god. That is really high.
That is a very powerful sword.
Don't ever lose consciousness, because he's going to take over.
Oh, okay. Oh, no.
Oh god.
Yeah. If you lose
He's not-
consciousness or disobey something he wants, you're fucked.
Okay, I need to remember how ego works. It's been a while.
If you don't do something it wants, it exerts its ego on you.
Yeah.
And if you fail, it takes over for the time being.
What do you
For
have to roll
24
to
hours
not be
before you
taken
roll
over?
again.
I believe it's a will saving throw.
It
It
is.
is a will saving throw.
Well, that's not so bad. I can hit a DC 18 most of the time.
It's higher than an 18.
The ego is an 18. That means the save's a lot higher.
No, it has to be 18 or above. You have to beat ego.
Yeah. So.
18 is not really that powerful, to be honest with you.
Wait, his ego modifier is a plus 18?
No, his ego is an 18. His modifier is a +2.
Okay.
If he wants you to do something, to roll high to save against it. That's all I gotta say.
Can I know more about his I guess I'll find out his personality as we go. Oh god.
Yeah, we're gonna roll that in a minute here. Just give me a second.
Be happy, dude. I had a sentient weapon in one campaign. All it ever wanted to do was kill undead. So if I was around undead, guess what happened?
Well, we know that its alignment is awful good because it is not. That's its alignment.
Oh, the alignment is what? Good?
Lawful.
Lawful
good.
Awful good.
Same alignment
Okay,
as
well I'm
yours.
glad we have the same alignment.
Otherwise, you wouldn't be able to hold it.
Hopefully it's not lawful stupid.
It wouldn't be holy if it was lawful good. It wasn't lawful good.
Yeah, I wouldn't let you use it. That's the way intelligent items works. They're jerks.
It would at least have to be good or lawful for you to use it.
She does tell you that she will trade you your weapons for this one. She feels it's a very good trade.
That seems reasonable, I guess. Phew.
Kinda reasonable.
If it turns out that we don't get along, can I come trade back?
If you wish. No.
I don't think it'll happen, but, we just met.
Or he might just go take some other poor soul and run off.
That would be super exciting. And by super exciting, I mean not super exciting.
Naphil went from having 68 HP to 73.
So the intelligent item obviously has speech
Nope.
and has dark vision on its own. And
Be happy it's a nice guy.
yes.
Because if it was evil, he'd be fucked.
was evil, I don't think she would let us have it.
Never know.
Jesus, this is an expensive sword.
Ugh. Sentient weapons are no joke, man. They come with pluses, but they also come with a huge drawback.
They will fight you sometimes.
Yes, they will.
I have no idea how to code in plus 2d6 against evil characters, so I'm just going to put it there and then the DM can tell me when to roll the extra 2d6.
Mm-hmm. What's that?
Well, because Holy does 2d6 damage against evil characters,
Right.
creatures, which it's difficult for me to tell if they're evil or not unless I'm actively checking, so I guess just let me know when I need to roll the extra 2d6.
So, yeah, it is pretty expensive.
I mean, because it's effectively a plus 4 weapon.
Ugh. Quintessentially. But like I said, comes with a huge drawback. If you don't drink that tea, he might possess your body for 24 hours.
Noted.
That's why Landoli's walking over to Rahana going, it's like, you got any tea?
Of course, dear.
Like dry tea that we can take with us.
Yeah.
Because something tells me we're going to need it.
I'm going to roll something real quick, so I want to see how this comes out. Alright. I'm going to be playing with that for a moment, so ignore if it pops up in there.
That's fine.
So, while she goes against the tea, I ask her,
Roll
it
the
worked.
percentage dice for me, please.
Who, me?
Yes.
I ask Rihanna, where's my little top head wearing little spider friend? I forget his name. I'm horrible with names, I'm sorry.
The one you were terrified of last time?
I wasn't terrified, it was just kind of weird he was sitting in my hair. You know,
He's in your hair now.
Oh, okay. I just nod. You know, the second time walking past the giant spider, you kind of get over the creepiness. You know,
Second time
Survival.
you walked past her son?
yeah. you kind of get over the creepiness of there's a giant spider in the other room.
Giant spider in the other room, you know, we had to walk like several miles
got-
through a spider-infested forest, you know, no big deal, right?
Yeah, no, exactly. The second time you do it, it's not as big of a deal as the first time. First time, it kind of catches you off guard. You're like,
Are you going to take your friend this time?
I guess you could come with me. I don't have any bad thoughts about it anymore.
Okay. This magical item has a quirk. Makes a list of things for the wearer or wielder to accomplish each day.
It makes a list every day of things I need to accomplish.
Yep.
Awesome. Awesome. So the sword, let's write this down. Likes tea every morning.
It gives you tasks.
We'll just say they're the same things every day, so it's not like he makes you do like, you know, exercise and stuff during the, you know, afternoon at a certain time. He's pretty reasonable with the time period.
Does he object to me still carrying a bow?
As long as it's not magical.
It is just a regular bow.
Yeah.
Well, I think
He
it's
does not
magical,
let you carry, yeah, that's another quirk. He does not let you carry any other magical item except for himself. That is weapon. That's a weapon.
Magical weapon.
Yeah. They usually don't care about armor unless it's sentient
Yeah.
as well. And then it's.
Is he
it's a
gold
whole-
also, like the armor?
No.
Darn.
He is cold iron.
Oh,
Resistance to
okay.
bypassing damage.
That's another thing to write down.
Because that'd be a hell of a thing. Have sentient armor and a weapon. Whew.
Roll a percentage dice.
Imagine having
Dude.
all your equipment is sentient.
You'd be going crazy.
Yep.
The voices in my head are actually real.
You want to listen to them too?
Oh.
He wants you to kill an evil spellcaster, a divine spellcaster, or an evil deity.
Just like once, at least once.
No, he does not like that evil deity. So you can pick who is the opposite of your deity.
She doesn't really have an opposite.
Who's your deity?
What is the chaotic evil opposite of your current deity?
Well, that's the other thing. My deity's not lawful good, I don't think. I think she's just neutral good.
Yeah.
Okay,
So are
who's
we
your
looking
deity?
at a neutral evil deity then?
Give me a moment. I need to remember some things. I'll see what I can do.
Who's your deity? I could probably tell you.
It's Yamade.
I'm
I'm pulling up the
not really sure on that one.
cleric list of peoples.
And then roll another percent dice for me.
Another percentage die?
Yeah.
So you're saying that anytime I see a divine caster of this deity, I have to kill them?
Much.
Must defeat or slay them, yes. Defeat, slay. Show them the righteousness of your god.
Even if I meet them in a diplomatic setting?
Yes.
That's gonna be annoying.
You can defeat his ego and say no, this is not the time to hurt him.
Well, we'll see how that goes. Alright, so...
Or you can basically convince him that now is not the time to challenge him to a duel.
You're gonna have to diplomacy yourself out of that one.
So, Yamade is lawful good. So, I guess it would be a chaotic evil deity.
Yeah. Pretty much any of, like, 4. There's a bunch of them.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Fun with that.
Roll another percentage dice for me, please.
You should be happy, though. I'm pretty sure my sentient weapon was still worse than I had in another campaign.
Yep.
Mine was if I ever saw any undead or evil outsider, no matter if they were stronger than me or not, I had to fight them.
Another percentage dice.
Another one? Jesus, a lot.
Dude, there it's intelligence item. You can cast Keen Edge on the sword 3 times a day.
That is useful.
Yes, it is.
Go from 1920 to a 17 to 20.
That is pretty solid.
When you decide to defeat or slay the spellcaster of your evil god, roll percentage dice.
Wait, sorry, say that again. When I what?
When you make the decision that you are going to defeat this spellcaster, this divine spellcaster, you get this ability. So, what did you roll?
50%, or 50.
You get +2 luck bonus to attack rolls, saves, and checks when fighting a divine spellcaster of that deity. There you go. And that should be 18. Ego, Maria.
Yamane kind of hates every evil deity.
What is her particular purviews? I mean, for purviews, I mean, what are her domains?
What is she the god of?
Yes.
Valor, rulership, justice, and honor.
So
Their
basically,
domains are glory,
Glory,
good, all, sun,
sun,
war.
war.
so you want to find somebody that's pretty much chaos and utter destruction. That would be your polar opposite for chaotic evil domains.
Okay.
To narrow
Oh,
it down for you.
wait, no, this is perfect. Hold on a second. Can it be followers of Nocticula?
Sure.
Nocticula's technically a demon lord, but he's kind of a deity also.
Sounds good to me.
Okay. That would work because I decided Nocticula was my father, so...
That sounds good. Alright, so. That just happened.
Yes, it did.
That's a whole lot of things. Okay.
Did you get all that?
Yeah, let me just go over this real quick just to make sure I wrote everything down. So, the sword can speak. It requires me to drink tea every morning. It gives me a list of tasks every day that I need to do.
Yeah.
I can have no other magical weapon.
Right.
It has dark vision 60 feet. Anytime I find a follower time I find a divine caster of Nocticula, I must defeat them or kill them. I get +2 luck bonus on attack rolls, saving throws, and checks against followers of Nocticula. Or is it followers or deity or divine casters?
Divine casters. Anytime you fight a divine caster of Nocticula, if you are doing the purpose that the intelligent item wants you to do, then it gives you that bonus, that luck bonus.
And I also I can cast Keen Edge 3 times per day.
Yes.
Is that everything?
I believe you got it. Yeah, I believe so.
Also, it is a cold iron weapon.
Yes. +2, cold iron, holy weapon.
Got it.
So, yeah, it's pretty powerful.
Don't worry, when you die, I'll take up your blade for you.
It actually probably will not let you hold it.
What? I'm neutral good.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
Neutral good.
I
and
have yet to
chaotic
do-
good party members right next to you.
I have not done anything evil. I've done bastardish things, but nothing evil. Snapfell is a bastard.
Surprised you're not chaotic good.
Ah,
No, to not.
it's probably drifting that way.
So the spider lady helps you. So, Landon, what questions do you have for the spider lady?
Just tea and maybe a teapot if she has one that I can have. Or
Oh.
purchase.
Yeah, she has extra ones that she gives you.
I get a few pounds of tea.
I ask if the little spider guy is going to be coming with me this time when I leave.
He seems excited.
I'll take that as a yes then.
Okay, random question, Rahana.
Yes.
Is there a language of the spiders?
Well, yes.
Can you teach me?
It would take a while. I can give you a book to learn from if you want.
Something to learn from would be wonderful.
Great. She hands you a book.
Yay!
Da-da-da-da!
Achieved a book to learn this language of the spider. That's an interesting one.
So shall we go meet up with our friends before it is too long?
We have barely spent any time here.
Hmm.
Though I know it has felt longer for the two of you.
Wait, what friends?
Your friend Marcus and his wife, remember?
Oh, right. Sorry, been a
We've
while.
still got plenty of time to get back, Nothville. We don't exactly need to rush out of here.
Well,
Here you go, Nothville. This is your spider. If you wish to. There you go.
I will bookmark this page.
Little bitty spider. Little tiny itty bitty spider.
Oh, Jesus, that was confusing. Roll. All right. Okay, I think that's working. Cool.
Okay. Alright. Wow, you do pretty good damage with that thing.
Well, that was also there was a crit in there, but yeah.
Not too bad.
I
No, you
did
do-
still do, like, ignoring the crit, like, 55 damage, I think.
Yeah.
Wow.
Especially if you smite something evil. You're
Yeah, that wasn't with a smite.
good times. Alright. So she looks over at Vast's body again. She then says, "You want me to take care of it?"
Well, I guess we can cremate him a second time.
She walks like, "Well, don't worry, I got it." And she walks over to the body and slaps the ground with her hand. And she she hits it so hard that it turns to dust. And she just scoops it up into an urn and hands it to you. There you are.
Ah, thank you.
Hey, look, we're traveling with ashes again.
This is becoming a habit.
As it is.
It's be entertaining when we go back and they're like, "Where's Bass?" And we'll just be like, "Oh yeah, he
You
You
died.
died again.
I'll sit there and go, better him than me.
She does, yeah, so when you guys leave, do you say bye and stuff? And
Of course.
I'm assuming swing by you, your mom's place, let her know that you're still alive.
that I'm not dead." Yep.
Indeed.
She gives you a big hug. When you do arrive, she does give you a big hug, and she's like, "You made it!" Oh, I knew you could do it.
I did it too. Sorry.
I can see her just kind of half glare at you and just be like, "Oh, congratulations."
I guess.
Diana, if you want to think of a good British name for your sword, that's up to you.
Okay.
Give him a British name. Decent British. Kind of got a little bit of a British attitude. So,
Give me a
Call him
moment.
Rory.
I will figure something out.
yeah, I'll let you decide what that is. I'm not too upset about it. So, she's like, "Oh, I can see that you let him out." And he's like, "Excuse me, young lady, I am with your daughter, traveling the world now and seeking out vengeance upon those foul creatures. They shall not be named."
We'll go with Richard.
Oh, Richard. Good.
Sticking with the Arthur complex.
What'd you say?
Nothing.
Is there another R?
Wait a minute. Nathal, he's like, so you, no. That's not this is like, oh, I see. So you got rid of your dick and found a new one.
Ouch.
Your what?
Indeed.
Bass died and you got a new dick.
No. Yeah, you got rid of, she points to you, Diana, and says, you got rid of your dick and decided to get a new one.
Ow.
Is that a burn on Richard?
Yeah, Richard is Dick, right? The nickname is.
Yeah.
Oh, god damn it. That's not what I meant. I'm changing his name.
Well, it's too late now. It's Richard now, but that's
No.
So I look at Diana and I look at her mother and I go, you know, I'm never going to let you live that down.
I'm sorry.
Is that why he's a great sword? Are you compensating for the loss at hand?
I'm sorry, Ben. Didn't mean to go that way, but that's what she was saying. His name was Richard.
Too late.
Too late to apologize.
It's too late to turn back time. I believe it's falling in love.
You replaced your penis with another one.
Holy crap. Alright, moving on. You make it back to the city, people greet you, and they're like, of course, they don't ask you where Bask is. They just like, 3 of you came, 4 of you left, and 3 came back. And then I guess Bask left you guys.
Something like that.
He chased a demon.
Knowing him, he'll be back.
I
Maybe.
see.
That's what I say. I'm like, he chased a demon. I don't know if he'll be back or not. We'll find out eventually.
So,
Barrel.
I'm sorry, Ben. You name
What?
it whatever you want. I didn't mean to make fun of you. Please don't hurt me.
No, you're fine. You're good.
He just knows that Nathal's going to be razzing at his character about his new penis.
It's horrible. We're horrible people. We need to stop.
Awful
Anyways,
people.
18,
Don't get too bad, okay?
You guys are 18 days away from Marcus and the priest coming back.
Even after we make it back to town, there's 18 more days?
Yeah.
Yep. Well, you forgot how far it is away from you guys. You took that long to get there and back yourselves, so.
I don't think I've told really anyone where it is, or I even told
Oh.
you that I sent
Oh.
the priest on that mission.
No, you didn't. So, I asked to speak to Langley by myself,
What?
I'll allow it.
because I just remembered something that happened last time.
I'm busy drinking tea.
That's why I
I'll pull-
ordered tea and tea leaves, and I've probably been teaching you how to make tea in the morning.
Yes. I'm sure I know how to make tea.
Yep.
Well, actually, maybe I made a mistake on the calculation. He might be coming back here. We'll say in another day or so, okay? You're a day off. I'm sorry. I messed up the calculation. My bad. So go ahead.
If it was
Uh-huh.
16 days for us to get there and get back, I was like, it's not very long for us to wait then.
Yeah, it's not very long. So go ahead.
I tapped Langley on the shoulder and go, think I should speak to you privately about something.
Okay.
And we'll walk off to, like, a secluded side of the inn, and I go, so, remember when they put that necklace on me, and there was the whole dragon thing?
Yeah.
What's the tree about?
What's the tree about? It's on there. It's on the lake protected by the Red Queen.
That's the other way of immortal life, isn't it? It's what happened to them. These people.
And if it was?
I'm just curious because, well, it seems like a creepy way to live.
Unless you can either find a way to destroy the tree utterly, I suggest avoiding it.
I'll make note of this. But by the way, it's really creepy when you have a really old dragon talking in your head. I think about a lot of stuff.
I'm sure.
I mean, he was old. Maybe he looked like an infant.
He made you look like an infant.
Yes.
So he's a greater Invictus dragon. Yay!
I think he's older than the Red Queen,
Probably.
which is just even more kind of creepy to think about. I don't think things lived that long.
Invictus,
That weren't, you know.
Invictus dragons are like twice the age of Great Worm dragons.
Well, that's just lovely.
Yeah, those suckers are old.
But yeah, this tree, along that way is a don't talk about, along with the other thing
Yeah,
that we don't talk about.
It's pretty simple. I mean, if you told everyone out here that that was a chance for,
Immortality.
what do you think would happen?
I don't want to think about it, to be honest.
Exactly.
The only thing I can think of is bad things.
And
Like
those
Bast.
no, they would make Bast look like an angel.
Well, I think Bast is an angel now. Or, well, no, he was half demon when he died, so he's probably in hell.
And if he is, then he'll be back. Probably again.
Probably again. When he comes back, can we get a keg this time instead of just some ale on a glass?
I'm sure we can
What's up?
request it.
Because something tells me I'm going to need it.
Probably.
So, yeah, your friends are kind of giving you a hard time, Diana, about your talking sword. But they're like, they think it's pretty cool that you have a talking sword.
It is
He
pretty
does.
cool.
He does let you put you like when you need to take showers or whatever. You need to walk around and you're not going to fight something. He lets you put them away, like when it's not needed.
He's like, lean me up against the dresser.
Yeah, or something like that. Like put them away in like on an armor rack or something like that. He does tell you not to put them in the box again.
Yeah.
Leave
Prefers
me in
that,
the
but-
open, please.
I've been in that box for too long. I don't need to go back in there. That's up.
No boxes, promise.
Yeah. As long, yeah. So when you put them away, you are free from doing the
Daily tasks.
daily tasks. Yeah.
Noted.
As long as you're carrying them with you, you have to do the tasks. So what are you doing for about another day or two for Marcus to show up back up? And
I have a book to read. Did you want to join me, Nothvel?
Yeah, I guess it'd be a good idea if I could talk to the little guy. Like warn him when I'm going to lay down so I don't squish him. Then he doesn't bite me.
Yeah. That's one of the reasons I got this book.
Like, I don't think he can hurt me because he's as tiny as he is, but, I mean, I don't think it would be pleasant.
she does tell you that he will grow in size after a while.
You saw the big one, right? I
Oh,
think
God, he's not going to get that big, is he?
he might. I
I'm
just,
going to have to think about this.
he's not gonna get that big. He might just see those expressions, like mouth fall open, his eyes widen as his realization's hitting him.
I mean, it'd be cool as a battle mount to ride it on a giant spider. Imagine how many people would be scared.
A lot.
When you start talking about riding it in the battle, the spider gets all skittery on your head. Like they're
I,
saying.
I shiver a little bit and then stop. Like, that tickles.
Some of the guys look at you and they go, Diana, and they like, you look like you aged a little bit. Am I wrong, or kind of look? Sorry to bring that up, but you look like you've seen some stuff.
Diana's seen some things.
I have
Seen
seen some things that you don't want to know.
Stay away from the tower. Don't cross the bridge.
Right, Ben?
Alright, so,
Oh God, no.
alright. You so I guess you guys wait for the couple of days reading the book.
I'll
Okay.
train with my men
Yeah.
for a little while.
Yeah.
Make
you
sure
start-
nobody caused any undue havoc.
I'm going to go bug people at the school a little bit.
Okay.
Read with Landely every couple of hours for a little while a day.
I'm going to
Yeah.
request that they start copying the book, and we'll train a few people to communicate with the spiders of the forest for guiding people through.
Teaching them not to touch stuff.
It's it's an interesting language. It's kind of it's odd. Yeah, they find it odd that the spiders be able to speak a language. Period, because
No, for some scholars, it's like, this is fascinating. They speak a language.
Yeah,
There's,
because
there's
Burp-
excitement going on at the school right now
yeah, because
amongst the
most
mentors.
spiders have a dash for intelligence, so they don't have language. But apparently, the spider can understand shit, so it's kind of like they're all excited.
It's rare for vermin to have an intelligence.
Alright, so I'm gonna say, Diana, you are the first one to be like, one of the guards comes over to you, like might be doing watch or something, and they go, "Hey," run over to you, goes like, "Diana,
Me.
got it. Something's up with father, the father."
The father.
Okay. Is he back?
Yeah, but he's on a lean. He's being dragged by Marcus on a lean to.
Oh shit! Say, and I had a. Where are they?
They're coming up the road.
I'm surprised we didn't get people ahead, running ahead from the people
they
on the
might
road.
be the only two left.
I'm just surprised
Alright,
they didn't send
well.
a messenger.
I am going to head over there as fast as I can.
You arrive and you do see like a couple of rangers like helping Marcus drag the father. He is on a stretcher, he's on a stretcher that you can drag behind you, But they're picked it up, so he's not being dragged on the ground anymore. And Father Pegway just laying there, kind of. He looks like he's got bruises all over him a little bit. And he looks up at you, and he's like, "Diana, is that you?"
What happened?
A lot happened. We came across a group of people that didn't see them in time. They followed us out. Me and Marcus managed to get to the location. Diana, your older self was there. He sacrificed himself to protect us all, like you would have he did fight off the group, but we lost my other two rangers. They hurt me very badly. Marcus managed to escape with me, and yourself stayed behind to hold off the rest. The rock slide happened. I don't know what happened after that. We managed to make it here. Marcus had to carry me all this way by himself. He went the long way around just to not bring any suspicion on the road. We didn't know whether or not they were following us. They were after the crown. I don't know how they felt. I don't know why they were following me. I didn't tell anybody what was going on, but they were following us.
That is a concern. But how are you? All right? Are you harmed? I see you're on a stretcher. Can I heal you?
Yes, my wounds. We weren't able to stop and rest for me to rememorize my spells. Marcus is almost on his wit's end.
I immediately start healing the father.
I lean over.
You look at his legs and you can tell that they were broken, and so you gotta like break them again and like set them back in place.
Always exciting. Well,
Yeah.
Father, this is going to hurt a lot.
He screams in pain, but he thanks you for his healing. Marcus is looks like he's like a disheveled like husk. He looks like he's been without food or nourishment for a very long period of time, and he just kind of, when he gets to the gate, and he just collapses to the ground. That's it.
I will pick him up because I probably arrive shortly thereafter, anyways. 'Cause I'm pretty sure it's a ruckus right now, and people are showing up.
Yeah.
All right, let's.
His wife might be there to help me carry him home.
People are all wondering what the hell is going on.
I'll have my men keep people back. Keep people orderly. Make them go about their business.
All right. So
Let's get the father back to the church, and let's get Marcus back to his home. They clearly both need plenty of rest.
I'm helping his wife get Marcus back to his house, and if she looks at me, I'll be like, tomorrow.
Good choice.
I'm like, we will discuss it tomorrow. He is not ready today.
all right. So you arrive at the church. Since Marcus is pretty badly wounded as well, or like malnutrition, she suggests that they bring him to the church as well. And so they like set him up. The priest there, Hurley, like working on Father Frank. He looks like he will make it. So will Marcus. It's just they were.
They're exhausted of traveling so fast.
Yeah, they were moving without eating as well as they should have been.
They were eating as needed, not as they should have been.
Yeah.
Basically, it's when time allowed them to eat is when they ate.
Yeah.
I am going to get slapped later. Maybe killed.
Why?
Because I'm the one who orchestrated the mission, and I'm pretty sure if Marcus's wife finds out, she's going to slap me. Because I nearly got her husband killed.
I don't think we need to worry about it.
Yeah. Alright. So the guards like look at each other like, we didn't see anyone follow them out. I don't know what's going on.
Might have been a different type of follow group.
We'll have to look into that at a later time.
It might have been something that when they reached the destination, something might have followed them from where they went to.
Alright, so where does everybody head from there?
I'm gonna go take a look at Marcus, make sure he doesn't need any healing, and contemplate the fact that apparently my old body exists and is still a good person.
We're at the church. Everyone's at the church right now.
Oh, okay. I thought Marcus got taken back to his home.
Was going to, but then his wife brought him to the church.
Okay. In that case, I'm going to keep an eye on both of them, and also then contemplate my double existence.
You're like, my brain. Ow.
Am I me? I really hope I'm me. Do I just think I'm me? Shit.
So, I'm just gonna have this, like, at night when you're, like, getting ready, you go outside, you're, like, getting some water from the well that's outside the church, right?
Okay.
And, you see a, person, like, a cloaked figure walk over to you and, like, kind of tap you on the shoulder.
I turn and look at the cloaked person.
The cloaked person then removes his hood with one hand, and you see the image of what looks like a face, your face. And he,
Yes,
Look
is
this.
me.
yeah, but it looks like it's been decaying. He shows his empty hand.
Well, yeah, we cut one off.
Yeah. You.
Oh yeah, we did do that, didn't we?
Yeah, he's only one-handed.
Forgot about that.
Still have that
Yeah.
hand.
Yeah, he kind of looks at you and shrugs his shoulders.
Are you... God, this is a weird conversation to have. Are you like the other undead? Are you still intelligent but can't speak?
He nods.
Are you still me? Are you someone else in my body? I don't. This is confusing. You must understand. Am I you? I don't even know.
He shrugs his shoulders.
I don't think he knows.
And he goes over and grabs. He points to you, and says, and then he points to himself, and he's like, and he like puts his hands together, and he's like he puts his wrists together, I guess.
His hand on his wrist.
Yeah.
So
his
we're the
wrists
same
together.
person.
Yeah, and he's like, and then he just moves them apart. He shakes one hand, and then he points to you, and then he looks at his empty stump, and he puts his empty stump towards his chest.
So you're saying that we were the same person, but we split and now we're separate people?
He kind of nods.
Well, I mean, I guess that's good to know that I am still me, and you're just also still me. I'm going to assume you want your hand back.
He kind of looks at you and looks at his empty, and he points to like you see he's got a great sword, or like he's got a long sword now or whatever, but he points to the great sword, another great sword that he found, and he points to his empty socket, like you can't grab it.
Yeah, I can see that why that would make things difficult. Shit. I don't know how to reattach a hand.
I do.
You do?
Landely does.
You know how to retouch a hand there, Landley? Or Jack?
You sew it on.
Oh,
Well,
I don't think that would still function.
I think for them it would.
Well, and you did get rid of your hand, by the way, so just but you burned it. As far as I remember.
We did do what?
You got rid of your hand.
Oh, did I?
Yeah. You burned it.
Oh, well, that's great. I can't get it back. Well,
you're assuming, like,
Regenerate would get his hand back.
you know yourself well enough that you, like, want to... You would want to have something to... Is everybody there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
Looked
server
like-
went weird for a moment. It did
Yeah,
kick
I
you out.
refreshed my page.
It did act weird.
Yeah, it said it to me too. It's like connection with server.
Yeah.
So I just refreshed.
Yeah, okay, so you yourself assume that the you would want either a shield or a something attached to your old hand to be able to fight. Because you know yourself. I mean, if you lost your hand, how would you fix that problem in real life? So.
Well, I guess we could strap a shield to your arm. I mean, I apologize, I don't really have any way to reattach the hand. Or grow you a new one. Like, Regenerate would work, but I don't know anybody who can cast that.
He shakes his head and just... So I assume you go grab him a shield or something?
Yeah, I'll go find him a shield that he can use.
Just gonna
He
walk
nods,
into
and
the barracks and be like, "There's a shield. I'll pay for it later in the morning."
he grabs like a bag and he hands it to you that is held over his shoulder, and he points to it and he puts it on the ground, points to it, and does like a neck slash motion, which you understand is death or something is in there, and then he
Is that somebody's head?
nods at you.
Okay. Is it the person who attacked the father and Marcus?
He nods.
Thank you. I'll look into that. What will you do now? Do you know?
He shrugs and he looks at you for like some sort of advice.
Well, I can
Like,
see why it'd be frustrating from your perspective. I mean, I can... On one hand, we can try to fit you back in here, although I'm not sure how well that would work out, what with you being undead.
No, he shakes his head and he goes, he points to you, and he points to you and he says, and he points to the city, like, and then he gestures down like, you stay here.
Okay.
And he goes, and he points towards the forest and he says, but he shrugs like he doesn't know where to go.
We could, I guess we could see if the Red Queen would take you as a guard, if you'd like to do that.
He looks at you.
Yeah,
Like
you haven't met her. I mean,
Give him a map to the Red Queen's place.
I can give him directions, and I'll write him a letter from me explaining the situation. Then I hand him to him and basically say, if you want, I'm sure she'd accept you as a guard or into her service. If not, well, I mean,
He
if you're
nods.
anything like me, you're still an adventurer, so I'm sure there's adventures to be had.
He nods and he points to himself, and he kind of, you see a smile over his face, and he moves his hand like he casts like he cuts himself a little bit, and then he casts lay on hands on himself, and you see the wound heal. He points points his stub at it. He kind of looks at you like,
Are you an anti-paladin now?
he shrugs his shoulders, like, because you yourself know that undead wouldn't heal from a lay on hands.
Yeah, that's
Very
kind of
good.
weird.
Maybe it's just one of you'd be like, maybe it's just a weird one where he can only heal himself with lay on hands or living people, but if he did it to other undead, it'd probably hurt them.
Well, that is odd. Out of curiosity, I'm gonna detect evil him.
It does not detect evil.
Hmm. Well, while that is curious, I'm not gonna hold me here. Wish
He,
you the best of luck.
he nods and he puts his hood back up and he see what did you leave your holy symbol with your body? Or
No, I took it. I'm wearing the holy symbol.
all right.
I suppose if that occurs to me, I would ask him if he wanted a new holy symbol.
Yeah, he points to your holy symbol and points to himself.
Give me a moment, I say, and I walk into the church.
Mhm.
I'm sure I can manage to find a holy symbol of Yamade somewhere in there
Okay.
to get back to him.
He's waiting patiently.
Where's
Cool.
that water?
What'd you say?
Where's that water?
Give me a minute. Sorry. Busy.
Okay. He takes the holy symbol around his neck and he looks at the shield, see that's strapped tight, he nods at you. And he kind of reaches his other hand out to shake yours.
I shake his hand.
He then pats you on the shoulder and nods, and he points to the city again, points to you, and he gives you a thumbs up, and he takes a stick and he's like, he writes in common on the ground, live your life, I'll live mine, and he just
I nod my head and say, and you have a good one, and keep an eye out for Dad.
He nods, and he walks away.
I go get the water and bring it to Landley, looking a bit. I look a little off. Like I'm just kind of like
We're
a little
talking about
amazed.
whatever that was in a little bit.
Yeah.
Because I know it doesn't take you that long to get water, and especially when you come back in and go back out again.
Yeah, it's complicated.
Obviously. There's a lot of complicated stuff going on. What else is new?
All right.
This was pretty new.
Man, that doesn't really surprise me anymore.
Most of my healing is probably just lay on handsing them.
I rolled my heal earlier. It's got
Yeah,
the
I saw.
29.
Much
What's
better than mine.
what's the gold pieces of a fourth level character? I forget.
I will have that for
Um,
you in just a moment.
I think it's fair for Bastion characters to start with at least fourth level. Not so, or do you guys mind if he has fifth level?
I would say 5th level because Bast was effectively a 5th level character when he died because of the level adjustment. He
Okay.
had enough
But my
experience to be a
XP
5th level
didn't-
character.
My XP was still for level 4.
Yeah, but you be level 5 now, so you be
Yeah.
level.
You have
Okay.
10,500 gold.
Is that for level
For
4?
level 5?
That's level 5.
Okay. How much do you say?
10,500 gold.
How much?
Let me know when you're done.
10,500.
Just put it in chat so I can introduce your character. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna walk into the church carrying a barrel of ale. And look at everybody and go, oh, look stuffy.
I hold out a hand.
drink, need.
I look around for a cup. I find one sitting on, like a dais, and I pick it up, and I fill it, I hand it to you. It's
I
probably
proceed to drink.
it's probably like an offering cup.
I wouldn't be surprised. Hopefully you're not drinking any coins.
Oh, there's one.
Yep.
All right, so Nathel, when you're smashed and you go back to your barracks and you find a note on your bed.
I read said note.
All right. What I'll let you. What would Darvin say to Nathel at this moment?
Like
Darvin.
that Darvin?
Yes.
Oh God.
How would he say bye to his friend Nathel? In a note. I'll let you roleplay it out.
Okay.
What message you send leave Nathel?
The Darvin before he became a girl.
You're an ass, I'm gonna miss you.
Okay, so that's what it says. Nathvel. This probably won't make sense, or at least until Diana explains things to you.
It wouldn't even say Diana, at least until the other me explains it to you.
Yeah, at least until the other me explains things to you. But, well, it's Darvin. I'm still around. Kinda. You probably won't see me again, or if you do, I'll be a little different, but just wanted to say it was a pleasure working with you and knowing you for all these years. I've known you longer than pretty much anybody else. One of the hazards of being, long-lived. I just want to let you know that I'm still kicking around. The other me suggested I maybe check out the Red Queen's place. I'm not sure if I'll stay there or not, but just wanted to say goodbye, since I don't know if I'll ever see you again. And I didn't really get to say it when I died the first time, although I guess I didn't really die. I continued hanging out with you, but I'm a different me now? I don't know. We're both confused on that point. It was a pleasure. You continue to hit things. Then it's just signed to Darvin.
I'm really confused. For like a little bit. Because I'm drunk. And he's wondering why Darvin is writing him a goodbye letter. When Darvin, like he's dead, but Darvin's just over at the temple. He's confused at how Darvin had the time to write this letter. Because he's been at the temple.
It's like, how did you beat me back? How did you leave?
Wait, the other Darvin. Darvin must be a time traveler.
So I lay down on my bed like I'm contemplating, but before I ever get anywhere, I fall asleep drunk.
Alright. Yeah, the next morning the letter greets you with the same resolve as before, and you're like confused.
I'm still confused, but now I have a headache.
Now you're like, darn, it wasn't just a dream.
Yeah, good time. Alright, so Marcus and Father Frank make it the next morning. They're a lot healthier than they were. They're like sitting up in their beds, both of them, and they're just kind of sitting there. Then Marcus is like sitting there chowing down on this big breakfast that his wife brought him. And he's just sitting there going, "You're too good to me." And she's like, "Yes, I know." It's like,
Is she wearing pajamas?
She is wearing pajamas. Like, didn't even get time to change. She goes, "Yeah, didn't have time to change."
I walk in. holding the note, and I walk up to Diana and go, "What the hell is this?"
Why you beat me?
Going
I pick
somewhere?
up the note and I read it, and I say, it seems I wrote you a letter. And I hand it back, and then go about my business.
As the confused face on Nafta gets more confused.
I look at the letter and just go, huh. I crinkle it up and throw it in a trash can.
Jeez, Napa, it's so mean.
But
That fellow doesn't understand.
after the brief moment of confusion, I turn around and I start explaining. So, apparently, there are two me's now. There's me, who I guess we'll just refer to as Diana for easiness, and then there's also Darvin, who's still alive, kind of, and exists. I met him last night. It was a fun conversation.
Did he go brains?
Well, no, he was mute,
Oh.
because that's how it works.
Okay.
Apparently, my body was resurrected from the dead, but still has all the memories of me up
What
to
is it
his
with this
death.
island of people not staying dead?
Quick question.
Yeah.
Did you bother going into a secret room, or are you just discussing this in the middle of the church?
I mean, is it that important that I need to go into a secret room?
No, it's not important. It's just there's other people here that probably... Some people are confused, some people are understanding, and some people are...
Oh. Yeah, Father Penguins all shakes his head, and Marcus kind of looks. It's like, so that was you.
Kind of?
I look at Diana
Basically.
and go, so did you tell Marcus about his wife?
We'll talk about that later.
What,
But-
what's wrong with my wife? And she all looks at him. Father Penguins looking at you too. Is like, yeah, what is wrong with his wife? What's going on?
I look at her.
Where do we start is the question. Do we start with the
confusion.
meeting?
Okay, so we have a surprise for Marcus, but Nothbell's giving it away. But we were going to talk to him about it later in private.
Well, Father Franklin needs to hear about this anyways, because he wasn't here for that.
It's kind of
What's
a cool
going-
surprise.
What's going on?
Why don't we take this into a side room?
Sure,
Okay.
everyone else here already knows.
Oh, okay. I guess we'll go into my chamber, but just necessary- yeah, they go into Father Franklin's private
No,
chamber.
Nothbell, why don't you stay out here?
Oh, I'm not missing this for the world, and I just push past
Yes, you are. No,
You can put your ear on the door and listen all you want and laugh your ass off. For now, just stay out here. Please.
Why?
Please.
Everybody else already knows. The man, I want to see his face when he finds out.
Nothbell, I don't know if you know this about yourself, but you're not exactly a people person.
Hey, I'm not running around killing people. That makes me a people person.
Hey, don't you know check in on your
Anti-people
men right
person.
now?
Fine, not under control.
Don't you gotta go talk to Colonel and set your guys up for the day?
He knows what to do. That's why he's Sergeant Colonel.
While they're talking, I shut the door with them on the outside.
All right.
I've already
Sounds good to me.
stepped through the door.
Well, he shut the door on you anyway. You were
Sorry, I was just trying to shut the door while Nothbell was distracted.
I tap on the door and you go, you know the door can't stop me, right?
Yes, but that would be rather rude.
Please don't break down my door.
Please don't break the door.
Anyways,
Hard to rebuild them.
so Marcus.
Your wife's a dragon. And I walk
Okay. I was gonna roll a diplomacy check to politely talk to him about this.
away. I yell out, next time don't shut the door in my face. How rude.
So he yells through the door, "Your wife's a dragon!" And he walks away. Like, yeah, fuck you too.
Pretty much. Like,
He's like, he thinks Nathil's being just a jackass. He's like, whatever, get the hell out of here, Nathil, you fucking jerk. Anyways, what were you gonna say, Dan?
He left.
That diplomacy check is the check required to politely and calmly explain the situation.
Alright, so you're like, Nathil is a jerk, but he was telling the truth.
Kinda. This time.
Basically, let me tell you how this happened. We had a meeting with the Dragon Council, and
No, his wife was a dragon before the Dragon Council.
well, that's true. But you would then you would talk about the Dragon Council, and then you would talk about, and by the way, your wife is actually a dragon, and these are due to the laws that were found out by the Dragon Council. Yeah.
He just kind of looks at you and he just like,
Stare
Looks
with
at
his
his
mouth
wife.
open.
you just go ahead and he passes out.
He passes out.
Yeah.
I kind of look at I look at his wife and just kind of go, do we let him wake up normally or do I make him wake up?
I don't know. She did catch him. You guys, of course, catch him before he hits the ground. But he just kind of goes,
I yelled to the door. Did he throw up?
You left.
I didn't walk that far away.
I'm gonna poke him with a lay on hands and wake him up.
Alright, he wakes up. He's like, what? What's going on? He looks at his wife and he's like, that's not... But I'm married to a dragon? Why would
You're
you
married
marry
to a
me?
person, Marcus.
Why would you marry me? I'm a nobody. She kind of hugs him and is like, you're somebody to me. And there's like a little moment coming from mother. It's like, she hugs him and kisses him on the head. And she's like, I love you. And like, oh, does that mean we won't have kids?
Get a room!
She looks at him and says, oh, we can have children.
Hello.
Okay. Well,
Smiles at him.
glad we figured this all out. I'll let you two discuss those details in private.
He hugs her and is like, well, so that was your dad is a yes, he's a dragon, and he wants us to have another wedding at the Dragon Council. Okay. Well, I'm kind of sick right now. I don't know if I'll be able to.
Another
Yeah.
wedding at the Dragon Council as you're walking out the door, Diana. Feel that cringe. Feel that cringe right now.
And he's like, well, we'll have time to rest and relax before we go. And he's like, well, he looks at you, Diana, and he's like, I can't think of anybody else to be my best man but you. But so will you take it?
It doesn't really fit, but we'll make it work. Sure.
He's like,
Close enough.
he gets up and he like pats you on the shoulder. He's like, we've been through thick and thin, and I'm gonna beat you one of these days on that drinking contest. I mean, you're the best friend.
Not with the way you drink some Naphil, you aren't.
I was gonna say the amount of drinking I've been doing lately, I'm only getting better at it.
Oh. Okay, well, let me get my strength back, then one of these days I will get you. Well, at least maybe my wife might beat you, he smiles. At least she'll beat...
Well, you rest up. We're heading that way anyways, so we could always travel together.
He nods at you, and his wife helps him back to the chair, and Father Franklin just kind of scratches his head and looks at you. Like dragons now, huh? Is that what I have to deal with?
Yep. Anybody in their pajamas outside is a dragon.
Why pajamas?
It's complicated.
I see. So that ends that little stint
Escapade.
escapade. Marcus does try to punch you on the shoulder, Nathal, when he walks by you, but it doesn't. Yeah, he's very weak, so it's not that hard.
Look, hey, at least I told you.
You're a jerk.
Oh.
I-
I was out at that.
And he goes back to bed. Now, Father Franklin feels a little better, and he walks around. He's like, he is happy that the other you survived, and he's like, if you ever want to talk about it, I'm always here for you. But the cave is sealed. No one's gonna get in there, not unless they have spells at their beckoning. But the people that found us there were not from Prim or anywhere that I recognize. There was a woman leading a group of undead, but did not look like. I assume he describes the woman to you, and you recognize it as the woman that you rescued from the cave.
The one that was pregnant?
No, not the one that was pregnant, but the other lady.
Other lady?
What other lady?
There was remember there was guards from the Red Queen
Oh, yes, the guards.
Oh, yeah.
that were trapped in there.
So she's here?
No, he says that's who attacked him.
Oh. That may have been a misunderstanding then.
Hmm. Oh, is that the... Wait, whose head is this that I have?
Yeah.
Oh, it looked.
I look.
You look inside and you see like the undead heads, and you also see the crown.
Oh.
Oh,
Lord.
shit.
Oh,
Oh, shit.
God.
Salvin has
I just
done
kind of
it.
freeze, staring at it.
Uh-huh.
Sounds evil
And I
plan
slowly
is
close the
coming
back
along.
up and say, we have a problem.
Even though the Sauron is not there, he's still
Wow,
got the
good too.
crown away somehow. His plan still work.
All right. He looks at you. He's like, "What'd you find? What's wrong?"
Sorry,
Nothing.
give me a moment. Need to speak. Official business, keep her secrets. Need to talk to her. It's important.
All right.
Yes.
Go on, Landely. We're talking in private somewhere.
Of course.
I'm following
My
you, too.
study would probably be the best place.
Good. Nathville, you stay here.
I'll stay outside the door.
Yes,
Not
I would probably
sure
be
nobody
best
goes
to
in.
stand
I'll tell you about it later.
outside the door to my place to keep anyone else from listening in.
Because I think I have an idea. Because Landley all of a sudden ran off with you, and it's like, this isn't good.
Fine, Nathville, I'll tell you about this later. Can you just... Fine, I trust you enough. Keep an eye... Just... Can you keep an eye on the door in the room we're in and make sure nobody else is listening?
Well, yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
So we head to Landely's place, and I'm carrying this brown bag.
Mhm.
Okay. You arrive at his office.
Okay, so we shut the door.
Yep.
Okay, so so this bag, this is the bag that I gave me, other me.
Yeah.
Well, it's the heads of the people who are attacking the father and Marcus,
Mm-hmm.
and there's something else in the bag too.
Yeah.
There's a crown in the bag.
So it's so somebody actually retrieved the crown. Oh,
Yeah.
great.
Yeah, and now it's in this bag, and I'm holding it.
I feel like I need
And
a place for that stuff.
they did cause. Did they cause the avalanche?
Yes.
Okay. Well, we can't put it back in there.
Well, it is possible to put it back in there, but we would need dragons.
Yes.
Time to do the trials.
Jesus. Can I detect evil the crown?
Yeah, you get slapped in the face by the evil.
I get slapped in the face with evil.
Yeah.
Ow. Okay. Good to know.
Oh, yeah, you recognize. Well, I mean, you recognize it as the crown that was on the ground.
We both recognize the crown. We're just like, it's that. Great.
Okay.
Everything is awesome.
So I guess the question is, do we go to the Red Queen about this,
No.
or do we go to the dragons?
We go to we don't mention the crown at all. We go to the dragons and do the trial to get the dragon.
To hopefully put the crown back.
Exactly. Because us taking this to the Red Queen is probably just going to put her in an uproar, and then she's going to order her men to take him out.
That seems like a bad thing.
Exactly.
Okay. Well, I guess we're gonna go do the Dragon's trials. I mean, we were planning on that anyways.
Yeah.
Do you think we should wait for Marcus to feel better, or should we just go ahead of them?
I'm pretty sure if we're just going to have to keep that on someone, some way, form, to keep it out of harmful people's hands.
I have a bag with a portal to another dimension. Is that good?
No.
No?
I'm saying somebody's going to have to wear it in a weird way.
Oh, why?
Because unless you plan on carrying it around where a thief can easily steal it, because even your bag, if somebody really wants this and they know that we probably have it, then they're going to take it from us one way or another. I'm not saying wear it as the crown. I'm saying maybe as a garter or something of the like. I mean, we can try to carry it around in a bag and maybe mix it in with some other stuff, but that gets dicey. Especially with something so terrifyingly important to keep track of.
Well, I made it here all the way with it in the bag.
In the bag, yes, but now we're out in the open. I mean, unless we're planning on leaving immediately, if we're going to stick around to make sure, your friend is back on his feet, then it needs to be secured.
This might be important enough that we have to leave ahead of them.
You know what? How about you leave me with the bag here? You go talk to his wife, or find another dragon in town and see if we can procure quick transport. And just try to rush the wedding.
That seems like a pretty good idea.
Okay.
I'll leave Nothville here with you to help.
Just to
In
keep
case of
guard on
emergency.
me. Thank you.
I'll stand at the door and look menacing.
That'll be great.
I'll look like Naphil.
I walk out the door and look at Nothville and go, "Did you hear all of that?"
Of course.
Okay, cool.
Standing at the door.
Just making sure. Stay here. Keep an eye on Landely. Make sure nobody steals. Make sure nobody gets in there or hurts Landely. Make sure Landely doesn't get out. Also,
Okay.
Until you get back.
speaking of which, I open the door. Also, Landely, I'm telling him not to let you out. No offense.
That's
It's,
fine.
it's magic.
It's probably for the best.
Cool.
So
So don't let
Landely-
Landely out either, just in case. And
So the ground is with what bunch of rotting heads. So do you want to remove it from the bunch of rotting heads or leave it in the bag?
you know what? It got here without being stolen in a bag with a bunch of rotting heads. We'll
I'm
leave it
not
in the
gonna
bag with a bunch
Take
of
it
rotting
out
heads.
of the bag of rotting heads, at least not at the moment.
Rotting
Okay.
heads never hurt any crown.
All right. So you go find Marcus and his wife who are hanging together at the church.
Yes.
And when you arrived, they were like in the middle of like a very intense like conversation. Like he's asking her a bunch of questions, and she's like being polite and answering them. And it's kind of like,
Hey, guys, how's it going?
"Hey, Diana, how's it going? What's my
How's it
best
better?
man up to?"
So, something's kind of come up, and, well, I say looking at Marcus's wife, we kind of need to get to the dragon's place as soon as we possibly can.
She kind of looks at you. Well, Marcus isn't well enough to go yet. We still have plans for the wedding to have a nice big wedding that's going to take at least a week for us to get it together, or just get the wedding together. And the father, frankly, does tell you so. It's going to take 10 days to be Marcus to be 10 days total for for the wedding for Marcus. 3 days for Marcus to get better, and another 7 days for the wedding to be finished being put together.
How long does it take to walk to the dragon's place?
Oh, geez. Now you got to ask me these questions, huh? 1 second. Let me do this up. 14 times 4. 14 times 4 minutes.
14 times 4 days?
Yep.
So 2 months. How long does it take a dragon to fly there?
Yeah, 56. Yeah, that's because it's 4 days every square. And if you look at the box, so you guys are here. I'm going to go ahead and ping it on the map again. You guys are here. The dragon tower is over here. So and every one of these is 100 miles. It takes 4 days to travel one of these squares.
How long does it take for a dragon to get there?
Dragon can travel 200 feet a second. So I don't.
All right, every one of those boxes is 4 miles, you said?
Yeah, is 100 miles.
Oh, every box is 100 miles?
Yeah, every one of these sections is 100 miles.
Yep. It's
Sections is
pretty
100
big.
miles. Yeah. It's 1,400 miles away. So divide that by feet, and then by 200. Yeah.
So that's...
Yeah, I think we figured it out before. It took them a week last time to fly here.
Okay, so that's a lot of feet.
Yeah.
So that is 6.
It's a big place, man. I mean, it's not.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Give me a moment as I do math.
Yeah.
And I done with making my character.
Great. I will
And they travel how many feet per second?
200,
200?
feet per second.
Okay, so if my math is correct, which I think it is, I'm not. That seems weird. My math says it would take them 9.5 hours to go there. Wait, is it 200 per second or 200 per round?
Round is 6 seconds. I'm sorry.
Okay, so then I did my math wrong.
10 seconds.
No, a round is 6 seconds
Oh, yeah,
or 5.
6 seconds because there's 10. There's
Yeah.
10
Yeah,
rounds.
A minute is 10 rounds. Which
10
is
rounds in a
60.
minute. Yeah.
Okay, so let's try this again. So that 200. Then we'll divide that by. You said 6 seconds per round.
Yes.
Ah, shit.
Be right back.
Trying to figure it out myself too.
Divide that by 200. Multiply that by 6. And divide that by 60. Divide that by 60 again. So it would take 57 hours. 57.2 hours for a dragon to get from there to there.
And
Still
yeah,
like 2 days.
Going by the ruler measurement of 13 squares.
yeah.
So,
I'm back.
A little over 2 days.
Yeah. Yeah, technically dragons do have to stop and rest and stuff like that, but,
2 or
Yes,
3
Can I,
days.
can I try to convince them that they can do the wedding planning at the Dragon Place?
they don't see any problem with that, but then you have to convince, she does say that you do have to convince dragons to take you there. I don't think there will be a problem with that.
We have to convince what to what?
We have to call dragons to come here to pick us up.
I kind of look at her and go, you can't carry us?
I don't think she can carry all of us.
She looks at you, kind of blushes a little bit. I guess I could carry all of you, but that would be. I would move just a little slower.
Hmm.
Technically,
Are there any other dragons in town right now?
there are a couple, yes.
Well, I think it's time to exert some of my influence as ambassador.
You're going to have to ask the old one for permission, though. Riding a dragon is considered to be the same as is a very intimate thing.
Well, unless
I mean, we don't mind you riding as a favor to you, as a.
wait.
But it is something that we hold as as very dear.
Can you tell me?
Imagine-
Can you tell me what the coordinates are, roughly where it is? Wait, I have it on the map. Awesome. We have a wizard who can cast teleport. I'll just try that.
She's like, yeah. I'm sorry. I mean,
No, you're fine.
you yourself. I mean, you're human. I mean, how would you like it if someone just jumped on your neck and said go? Would you not like that very well? You wouldn't want someone to be on the back of your neck that you know.
I understand completely, and I only ask because it's such an emergency. But I'm going to go speak to the town wizard and see if he can perchance teleport us there.
Oh, no problem.
We may have to go ahead of you guys, but we will meet you there.
Okay.
I go
Marcus,
talk to the
let's see.
wizard.
All right. So
What
Go
was
find
the wizard's
Tarkin.
name? Tarkin, yeah.
good old Grandma.
The Grand Moff.
Grandma Tarkin. So, Bass, what's Jack 2? What's your character's name? Corgan? Goldfinger? Is his name? Is that him?
I think he went to the bathroom.
Yeah, I think he left for real quick.
Be Merry Christmas. The perfect time to introduce him.
And he's
Ah.
not here.
Guess he doesn't put to play anymore. Find a replacement.
Doesn't get to play with us anymore. That's awful mean.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, so when you, Diana, when you knock on the door to Tarkin's office, he says, "Enter." You do see Jack. What's your character? Corgan Goldfinger. You probably recognize him. Go ahead and describe your character to Internet Land as he sees you.
Krogan is a dwarf almost on 4 feet tall. He is 57 years old and he have brown hair, blue eyes, and he always wears leather armor and a great axe on him along with his trusty musket. He is a gunslinger to the pierced.
Okay. So you walk in on him talking with, and he looks at you, Diane. He's like, "Oh, good. It's good to see you, Diane. It's just was talking to Goldfinger here, Corgan. He said he wanted to travel with you guys next time you go out into the wilderness. He was interested in hooking up with your team."
I mean, I don't know if it's a team per se. We just happen to travel together. I mean, you're welcome to tag along. We're hopefully headed to the dragon's location next.
Great, that's just where I'd like to hit.
All right, that sounds good. So, is he talking to Tarkin when I walk in?
Yes.
Okay. Speaking of which, Tarkin, buddy, pal, I could use a favor. As the ambassador of our country.
Yes,
Would you be able to teleport my group to the dragons?
Since I've never been there before, it would be great. Teleport. You have to be able to know where you're going.
Can I mark it on a map for you? Or would that let you get at least close?
If they have, I do have a teleportation circle here for emergencies that I can teleport to the other cities. If they have a link that I can attach onto.
Like if they have a teleportation circle there?
Mm-hmm.
I will try to get in contact with them and find out.
It's kind of like a code, you know? It's the code that you can link in the teleportation circle together. That way we won't miss. You don't want
Oh, Marcus's wife.
to miss.
I will find out for you.
All right.
Who has the necklace?
You
I
do.
don't know. Landlady, where did you take with the necklace?
Last time we gave the necklace to, I think, the governor?
No, the lady gave it to landlady, so who did she give the?
Right, but I remember we decided that it should probably stay with the town.
Okay.
Didn't we,
Well,
Landley?
I'm pretty sure we did.
Yeah.
The captain of the guard has it then.
Yep.
Cool. Going to the captain of the guard.
Okay.
Also, fuck, I might probably have to bring this to Mouthville. Okay.
Oh yeah, I need to talk to the old guy again.
There you go.
So, I ask if I can borrow the necklace because I need to be in communication with the dragons.
He doesn't question you. He just hands you the necklace.
Cool. I go to Nathville.
I see what's in your hand and go, oh.
Sorry, buddy. I gotta talk to the old guy.
You know, it's just, he thinks so much.
I know, that must be tough for you. You're not used to it.
Well, no, it's not that.
Oh!
It's not the thinking. It's what all he thinks about. You know how old he is?
Is it so? As in so old?
It's so old that it makes me look like an infant, like I've said.
To be fair, you act like an infant.
You know, you may be a princess, but I'll still deck you.
Hey, I'll take you on any day of the week.
Alright.
Just not today, because I need you to talk to the old guy.
Yes, I know. Give me the necklace. Let's get this thing over with.
Oh wait,
It
shit.
seems to
Hold
have been
me?
following you around.
Yeah, he was told we were told he was going to be following you.
I did not realize that. I probably would have before I went to go meet up with them. I probably would have said, just meet us in the inn, and we'll get you prepped on everything. I've got a couple things I have to take care of.
Oh, you didn't say that before, so I'm following.
Awesome.
You fail us as a leader.
Alright.
At this
So-
point, then, I turn to him and suggest he go to the inn, because I have to take care of some official business first, since I'm the ambassador.
Fine with me, he says, and heads to the inn.
Alright, thank you, appreciate it. So, I'm gonna... Okay, so put the necklace on, and I need to talk to the old guy.
I put the necklace on. And I sigh silently to myself and go, hello?
Alright, roll me percentage dice. Nah.
Ooh,
Oh my!
That's a...
What?
that's not
Oh,
good. That is not good at all.
Oh, Lord.
Good luck.
Nathville, you interrupted the old guy when he was in the middle of doing something with another dragon in a sexual manner.
I look at Landely. No. I look at Diana. I immediately walk over to Diana, and I slap her. And I go, I will explain later.
Oh god.
Okay, roll me
Reflex save
a
to avoid
fortitude
slap.
save. Well, roll me a fortitude save first, Nathville, before you slap her.
Alright, give it a sec here. Yeah, no. Being the old guy swapped minds, and I'm now doing it with a dragon. I am hard.
You see Nathville lurch over, and he grabs the wall, and he's moaning very heavily, and you collapses on the ground a little bit. Something happens inside Nassau's pants that we won't go into, but
Awesome.
you see a very familiar voice come back to you and say, "Yes, can I help you?"
Well,
Oh,
I have
God.
no idea what's
Dead
going on.
eyes staring at Diana.
I'm
Well-
going to hurt you so badly in a moment.
Well, I don't. Diana doesn't know what's going on, so she just continues as normal. Apologies for interrupting you, sir, but a matter of some urgency has come up, and we need to get to the meeting point, the dragons that you guys have put out for us as soon as possible. And we were wondering if you had any sort of teleportation coordinates that we could use to get there.
Like a circle.
Yes.
Could I know what that is?
You cast magic?
Do I?
Arcane.
No.
We know someone who does.
Does anyone that you know cast Arcane?
Yes. They're not here right now, but do you need to convey it directly to them?
No. Can you remember something, or can you write it down?
I pull out some stuff to write it down.
Very well. He points to the. You do see Nathal's like shaking as he's on the ground on all fours. He's like rocking back and forth a little bit. You're not sure what he's doing exactly.
Oh, God.
Is he okay?
Oh yes, he's fine.
Oh, God.
All
I
right.
just see Nothful just glaring.
Oh no! I'm dead eyes staring at her, Diana.
If you say so.
As in, there will be pain later. Staring.
So just put it right over here, the paper and the pen.
I do so.
He reaches over and you just see Nathal's hand shaking, very shakily signing, like putting some weird runes on this paper, and he's like moving, and he's like, "There you go." It's pretty bad handwriting, but it's legible.
Thank you very much, sir. Sorry for troubling you.
Not a problem. A few more. You may not want to take out the necklace right away.
Okay.
Maybe disturbing to the other person. Just give me a second. And then all of a sudden you see Nathal collapse on the ground, and the Nathal, you can now remove the necklace.
I take the necklace off and I walk over to Diana and I stare at her and go, "Later,
It's
it's gonna be pain."
You have a new on your list to kill instead of Bast, because Bast is
Wait.
already gone.
Was it that bad?
What happened?
He just stares
Later,
at you.
there will be pain.
Yes.
Okay then.
We're done with this business. We're gonna have a talk.
So Nathal, you go to the bathhouse to get cleaned up.
Yes.
Yep, it was a very pleasant experience, but it was unexpected. Pleasant experience.
He is
So
covered
I'm
in sweat
gonna-
right now. Period.
Yeah.
So I let everybody know, get ready, we're going to leave tomorrow morning. And I'm going to go return the necklace. And then I'm going to go let Krogren? Is that his name?
Krogren.
Krogren.
Crow.
So I'm gonna go let Krogren know that we
Just
will
call
be.
him Crow.
Just call him Crow.
Yes.
Okay, we're gonna I let Crow know that we'll be leaving tomorrow morning via teleportation. and to meet us at the wizard's place at such and such time. And then I go let the wizard know that these are the location coordinates, and we plan on leaving tomorrow morning, if possible.
He does look at the writing. And he's like, "Did an infant write these, or what? Who the heck is this?"
Close enough. It was Nathel.
David just hates you right now so illly.
Oh, Navel is laying in a bath, catching his breath.
Okay.
Yeah, he goes. Oh, well, I can make it out. It's fairly easy. I'll be able to program our teleportation circle, no problem.
Thank you kindly, sir.
All right. So you leave tomorrow, he says?
Yep.
Okay. I'll be ready.
And with that,
Yep,
I guess, does anybody else have things they need to take care of?
So, Nathal, after your bath, where were you going to be at where Nathal catches up to you? Diana?
Where am I going to be? What?
Where are you going to be at when Nathal catches up to you?
Let's see.
You gonna be at the barracks ready for it?
Probably the inn.
Or
Historically.
are you coming back to where I'm at?
Oh wait, you're still in your office, aren't you?
Yes. And now I've been left alone.
I go back to Landley.
Alright. So, Nathal, you catch up to Landley, and when you're done.
I close Landely's office door and I stare at Diana and I go, "Next time, you put on the fucking necklace."
They told us only elves can do it.
I don't care. You can die of old age right now. I don't care.
I'll find somebody else to put it on, I say.
Just warn them before they do.
What am I warning them about?
Maiden season.
No, Phil, are you okay? What the heck happened
No.
to you?
No, I am not okay. I feel
Are you
violated.
sick? Do you need me to heal you?
No, I'm not sick.
Do you need to lay down? And do you need like us to tend to you?
Now you know how
That
fast
sounds so bad coming from two women telling me to a man about that. Going, "Do you need to lay down and have us tend to you?"
I know.
Nathal, you do get mental flashbacks of what happened to you earlier.
I just stare at them and go, "No, I'm okay. I just don't want to wear the necklace for a while."
Okay, buddy. We won't make you. You're okay.
Like a long while. Like a couple 100 years while.
At least 3 months.
Across the bridge, maybe I'll wear it again.
And you will be reminded of past when you do it.
Alright, so that sounds like a good spot for us to end it there.
Okay.
Everyone gets a nice 1,000 experience points.
And another gift to me. Yeah.
It was good role playing, everybody. Really appreciate that. So, and go ahead and sign us out when you're ready, there, Jeff.
Alrighty, hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, of course, leave a like, subscribe. Check us out live on Sundays when we're live. Of course, that information is going to be in the description below. You guys have a good one. This is Strato Time Lord Strato signing out.